achieve some sort of accomplishment to say, well, later down the line, I did this, and this, and I was like, I'm proud of what I've done and what I've become and what I can now die, uh, thinking that my life has actually been something worthwhile for myself and others, right?
That could be giving up at that point, Patrick. I'll give you an example of what people would perceive as fear. We all go into like a very dark cave. So some people will think, well, I'm fearful of the unknown. So as we go further down the cave, you see these two big eyes. Now you're thinking, I don't know what those two big eyes are. So what happened to the thing about being fearful of darkness? You shift it over to those two big eyes. As you get closer, you see this big creature with these eyes. So now you transfer your fear from the two big eyes to this big creature. Creature starts speaking in your language. Say, hey, Patrick, Dominic, how's it going? You never had fucking fear. It's a transformation of something that never existed. It's a mind fuck at best.
All right. Spiritually, do you think, as let's say spiritual beings, that we experience fear in that state?
In the
Or
unknown realm,
is fear only something that we would experience as humans, and it would be like a chemical reaction or some sort of um, brain function, like like fight or flight?
the being part is usually the one that's doing that. What you're saying, Patrick. The human part's just doing the reaction part.
Right. So fear is like something. It's only a human trait. It's not something that would move on into the spiritual realm. I imagine. I'm not sure because like I have this funny feeling. I don't know if your emotions follow you into the next reality, if there is one, right?
Let's look at the fact that animals, and we are in an animal form. Does a let's say a goat have fear when it's climbing up on a steep cliff? No, it isn't. So that's not a physical, like a human thing. It's the being part of us. We've forgotten that everything's here. To move on to some other realm or fearing it, it's a waste of energy. But nevertheless, people are still going to try to experience it. But once you observe it, it's kind of like the double split experiment. It will shift. It's a game that we play with each other as we're using language to try to explain it.
Makes sense, kind of.
Well, sometimes it's beyond senses. Hence, when you hear people say it or they're channeling words like nonsense, people get caught up in their likes and dislikes. Where no, the person's trying to say it's not about the senses. It's like when somebody says it's no thing. It's beyond things. It's the essence to things. And once you realize that, oh, I've been in this realm all the time playing this clever game with me. So it's all an indoctrination on this realm. And then we try to explain things. Well, you got to get into a state of peace. Yes, you do have to actually get stillness and silence. This is not about doing. But I get it. For some people, they want to actually manifest it in the physical. Does the word house exist before you actually start building it? Yes, it does. Hence the foundation opposed to what you built on it. We're more experiencing in thoughts and emotions than we are in the physical. But for some people, they want to be very left-hand path. They want to be a Luciferian. They want to experience that stuff. There's nothing wrong with it. It'd be advantageous for them to read the Satanic Bible at that point and realize, oh, that's how the self works. Yes, that's how it works for you. Outside of that, then we're just doing wordsmith on each other.
There's some weird shit going on. Channel 3 is like, holy shit, finally a guest who can speak. Amazing. Bravo. Let's give a good hand for Mr. Dominic Tarsini, ladies and gentlemen. I mean,
Actually, not about it's not about me, Patrick. It's not about me, but I get it. It's just coming out of my mouth. It's usually the ego that says it's about me, but I get it. It's all fun and games.
So anybody want to interact with Dominic, have any questions or things you'd like to speak on, welcome to click the link and join the panel. We have 36 people watching right now. Make sure to hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Share this out to the world. Let's get those numbers up. Let's get some new people in here. to come and enjoy the content. And if you guys want to help support the channel, there's a link scrolling down at the bottom of the screen and also at the top of live chat and the description below. So make sure, if you guys enjoy the content and appreciate the channel, help support it. It's always appreciated. And Moose is always better at doing those ads. I mean, Moose, go ahead.
All right, folks. I've been passing around this tithing tray for about 3 weeks now, and all I've gotten back is about 3/4. I don't understand. You guys come to church every day. You come here for fellowship, and you want to add to the broadcast. But you see, the thing is that the church don't survive if you guys don't give. Give with all your heart and all your wallet. It doesn't have to be your whole wallet, but if you've got money in that wallet and you're not sharing it, by God, you will not be blessed by the Lord above. Amen.
Amen to that, sir. Amen to that. So this is a perfect segue for another Gorilla Gem, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go ahead and watch this, a little bit of inspirational and forthcoming.
And then can we talk about Josephus?
I would appreciate if Tal Clips or Gorilla Gems, in between making your next video of me, most important person in this whole dynamic, I want you to make a demon exorcism.
Yes.
Yeah, let's get to the exorcism of Gouchy.
Yes.
Shut up, or she'd be leaving and then tried to get me to throw her out. You're a scum. You're a Voldemort creature. Scum. You're a Grimer worm tongue. Scum. Come on camera. Let us lay eyes on you, and we'll see the demons that are up in your eyes. Bring your eyes up close to the camera, and let's see that hollow look with all the cloudiness. Doesn't matter how much I smoke reefer, I'm there, I'm present. There's fire in my eyes, passion for truth. You don't have that. You're a golem, inhabited an avatar, and you keep projecting it onto everyone else, and I'm fucking tired of it. Lucifer always comes in the name of love and doing it better than the creation showed us, with its will and ego and ambition. I'm not going for it. You were an advocate of Lucifer last night. Out of love, I'm not going for it. You're a scriptural tyrant. You're a fraud. You're a defalcator. You're a grifter.
He's not talking about false light here. He's talking about the eternal flame.
Not interested in what you all think about reality. You've done nothing on the ground to compel anyone to listen to you. That's why you're always here yapping with no one listening, except fools who are gullible and naive. I've seen the folks who listen to you, folks who are disillusioned, disenchanted, gullible, and naive.
Paul, are any of your words lawful right now?
I'm not interested in your perspective of lawful and unlawful. What don't you get about I've deemed you to be a non-credible being?
What is the factual law?
I deemed you to be a non-credible being. I'm not interested. Just like if you went to court, I suspect they would have the same conclusion while you tell my story about clearing courthouses and having...
Stop.
Oh, Aaron's roaring now. Yeah, there's the demon. Bring it up out of you, Aaron. There's the demon. Out of you. Yeah. Who's the one possessed by demons again? Notice how many times I've done this. This is what they would have seen thousands of years ago if I'd have been in the room with somebody while he's telling me he works for God and has a legion of demons up in him, and he's drifting off the middle-aged women too. Jack, please shut the fuck up and be quiet. I'm in the middle of a demon. I'm in the middle of a demon exorcism, and you are all still yapping. It's amazing. You just can't read the fucking room. You can't let Daddy do what he does without trying to take over. You've never once performed an exorcism on air. I've done it over and over again. Let the demon out. Stop chatting over it and giggling. This is serious business.
Consecrated, Paul. So I just shared with you what I left for Jacob Rothschild in my first message. That was literally my first message.
I'm not interested in what you're sharing. You're demonically possessed and projecting your reality onto everyone else. You're a disturbed human being.
I just let you hear my line language.
I'm not interested in what you let me hear. You just growled like an animal gnashing your teeth, and I'd love to see what you look like on camera, which you're afraid to show us, and I have to beg you every day to come on camera because you're dishonorable, bad faith, non-credible, and you're demonically possessed, and you're here in the name of Lucifer to spread false light and false love to disempower the sacred masculine using the Jezebel harlot, toxic feminine spirit. You can't play this game with me, sir. This is what I do.
Paul, you're very present, brother. Witness this from a spiritual realm perspective, because if we're gods of word, we're to be gods of the spiritual realm. Tell me one being that is not the resurrected Christ.
Oh.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Whoa, woo, 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 woo.
I think Paul just drives people insane.
That's one way of looking at it. How about another one, guys? I always enjoy these clips. Let's go ahead and do the unbearable, unbeatable, unbearable.
Oh, really? So I love this game. Oh, really? So we have like corporations running around calling themselves policy enforcements, municipal corporations, municipal courts, and they're doing their own thing. But you're watching me, someone's watching you, and someone's watching them. And they're watching me do nothing wrong over and over again. Continue doing what I know is true and what's right with a conviction in my heart, not doing anything unlawful. Your policies and codes don't matter to me jurisdictionally. And I look forward to a day that comes where you just cut all the bullshit with yourself and everyone else around you. I just may be one little piece of a bigger story here. That's fine. I'm in my lane playing my role and position. Paulie Boy's like a modern day soap hero because he just sticks to the same story and keeps doing what he's going to do. When we get him alone, he don't change. There's a bigger program and plan happening here. What they call the white hats. Yeah, I'm one of them. Nice to meet you. There's a standard of truth that has to be hit here if you want my respect. If you don't hit it, you don't get it. Everyone knows where they stand with me. Knowledge of self is knowledge of the universe. I don't need to know other slaves who don't know themselves to know myself and therefore know them in the universe. You got to do and be something to get it. You don't see where the self-control, the responsibility, accountability is at? So I love this game. Nobody's going to bullshit me with their excuses. I've been as low as the lowest life out there. So you're not going to bullshit me. If I could make transcendent, transformational change in myself and in my life, well, then anyone else can do it. This is about self-reflection, self-awareness, self-insight, self-actualization, self-realization. If you want that, you'll get that. I'm not on some egoic timeline here. You know, and life is what happens in between making plans. So, you know, I've been planning and hitting goals on certain levels within myself and outside myself. At a certain time, 3 to 5 years from now, right? When I'm in a different situation, I'll have different opportunities, I'm sure, come forth. An option. If not, oh well, I surrender that as well, right? Love who and what you are and what you're becoming, and your fate, right? Your path in life. So do your best to choose a faith that you can love.
There's a Moorish proverb that says,
What the fuck? What the fuck?
there's a Moorish
You got to be kidding me, man. What the fuck is going on?
Patrick, are you still using the computer that you had back in high school?
No.
Me neither. The keyboard gave out after I made it all sticky.
Oh, you did that? Bad boy, you. Bad boy.
Yeah, I mean, I used to eat a lot of snacks, right?
Right? There's levels to this shit. Standing on truth and not wavering. But these folks want to talk all this high power shit, want to act like they're righteous. You bitch ass motherfucker. I'm so sick of these people, bro. Never done a motherfucking thing and seemingly never will. You bitch ass motherfucker. First-hand experience can't be invalidated by the unknowing unbeliever. You bitch ass unexperienced. Are you kidding? Bitch ass. If it could, we wouldn't be here having these conversations because the devil would already have this place. You bitch ass motherfucker. What we're talking about is so concerning to realize the majority of the public will just sit around and watch shit that's bitch ass meaningless and valueless that gives them no application in the world to change their life. You bitch ass motherfucker. Experiential, observable, explainable, and demonstrable. What I represent in this thing, refocus, right? Re-energize. You bitch ass motherfucker. Do I want to go along to get to a bag? Bitch ass. Or am I calling everybody out on how we've fallen short so we could get somewhere with this? Because if not, it's all over at some point. The question is when. You bitch ass motherfucker. So how are you changing to meet life on life's terms and provide solutions to the problems we face? You bitch ass motherfucker. If you're not doing that, you bitch ass motherfucker, well then I gotta step out into the front, into the leadership position. I gotta put a target on me. You bitch ass. I gotta do what won't be done. Bitch ass. Right? It's not that it can't be done, it won't be done because they're cowardly. You bitch ass motherfucker. You're gonna have to hold fast to who and what you are and what you know. You bitch ass motherfucker. I know I'm the enemy because of what I stand for, what I do, and what I'm willing to say. Bitch ass, and what I'm not willing to do and say. You bitch ass motherfucker. Punk ass bitches are riding around in their convertible. Bitch ass. Breathing in the toxic heavy metals. Bitch ass. Slave trails. You bitch ass motherfucker. I'm here. I'm calling everybody out. Anybody can get it. Gorilla season. Gorilla season. Anybody can get it. I'm here. So when are we going to get right for ourselves and each other and stop the content, non-tent, bit, non-bit, using all my words and lingo, trying to be me and do what I do, and then just wind up embarrassing yourselves and everybody? Because you ain't me. You haven't done the work I've done on myself. You haven't been honest and open and real with women and yourself. You haven't tried to cultivate a space where you reconcile your animal body and the primal nature and all that lust with some kind of level of objective care to do what's true and what's right. You haven't. And it's all over you.
You bitch ass motherfucker.
Pat, did you see that Matthew Perry short with him talking to, I think it was Richard Dawkins, his brother, talking about his alcohol addiction?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it's. I sent you a link to that yesterday. I don't know if you clicked on that.
Oh, I might have not. Yeah, dude, there's so much going on. Excuse me. Is that right? Shut the door. Yeah, man, these Gorilla Gems are really awesome. I like them. So I'm going to keep some for next week.
Yeah, I mean, you got to
Maybe a little
understand
bit
they would be
later on
called
the show.
they'd be called, deer nuggets if they sucked. But they don't. They're gems. You can't buy these. We can't afford them. They're priceless, my friend. That's all I had to say. I think I'm cutting out.
No, we hear you, Moose. All's good.
You still in Mexico?
All's fair.
Moose?
Love and war.
Still in Mexico, Moose?
I'm in Virginia right now. I'm about to be in Tennessee.
What's going on up there?
We're on our way back to California because all my family and stuff is out there, and my wife's family's out there, and yeah, gotta go see the family every once a year or whatever.
That's what's up. I'm in El Paso, and these fucking Mexicans, man, they're talking shit left and right. I keep overhearing them saying shit. They're trying to be slick.
Are you train hopping?
I did. I hopped the train down here, but it's raining right now, so I can't find any work. But yeah, it's crazy, dude. Mexicans are crazy, man. Just, I ordered a sandwich yesterday. She's like, "Oh, do you want the crispy or the regular?" I'm like, "Regular." She's like, "Oh, crispy, just a sandwich, right?" I was like, "No, I said the combo." And she said, "Oh, you said like they play constant games, man." Then they're talking shit, calling me a puta and shit in Spanish. Like I'm just sitting there overhearing what they're saying. It's just crazy how much it's like they're possessed. Like these fools down here are possessed.
Wow. So what? They resent Americans or something?
They're just playing games. It's like they're inferior and they you know they want to play games and then it's like they can't people can't stop. You know.
Interesting.
Well, who's the one that was calling you a puta? Was it like the waitress or whatever?
Yeah, it's just dude. You'll hear people just talking shit. You know.
Man, people are always talking shit about me.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, living in Mexico, do Mexicans do they fuck with you? Do you hear them talking shit?
Nah, dude, it's where I go in Mexico. Everybody knows everybody, and if you needed something, like if you didn't have socks on your feet, somebody would give you socks. People would siphon gas out of their own car down where I go to give you gas. I mean, it's a community. I've been told it's like living in America in 1950.
I got you, man. I have. I'm always listening. I'm always watching. You might not be catching what you know if somebody's talking shit, but El
Well,
Paso, it's crazy, man. It's
you're on a border
very
town.
yeah
There's a
yeah.
lot of resentment for that. When you go past all the tourist areas, when you get to the middle of nowhere, uh, I mean, there's only 3,300 people where I go. It's a little fishing village. Like you show up, and it's almost like a party. Like if you showed up, JG, everybody would probably open the bar, and they'd be like, "JG, get down here," you know. Like it's a real community, and there's still drugs, there's still all kinds of shit going wrong down there, right? But I don't know. It's a different life. People don't care what car you have. People don't care what you're wearing. As long as you respect other people, they will respect you.
I got you. But the people you know in Mexico, are they Americanized or are they authentic Mexicans? Like,
Both,
are you conversating and dealing with like a lot of American people down there, or is it?
both. Yeah, there's about 500 people that go down there every year, and it's Canadians and Americans, and then there's 3,300 people there that are Mexicans, and out of those 3,300 people, I would say that 2/3 of them speak English fluently, and then the other third doesn't. And as long as you just make an effort, dude, it's weird. I've never had a bad vibe there, other than from a gringo where I almost knocked him out. But yeah, I mean, I've never felt disrespected in Mexico in a small town. In the big cities, it's so different. A lot of times they don't like you. They don't want to be around you. They're trying to get something from you. But in the small town, it's so different.
I got you, man. I don't know, man. It blows my mind. Like even in Philly, like there were tons of Mexicans coming into Philly, and we'd be downtown skating, and you'd see like a group of Mexican dudes walk through, just like talking shit, like staring you down, talking shit, and dude, we beat the shit out of like five of them one time because they're just staring us down, talking shit. And I'm like, we checked them and beat the shit out of them. But I see this everywhere, man. It's just like Mexicans constantly talking shit, constantly like, it's that inferior mindset. It's like, dude, I don't go around talking shit on people. I don't go around looking at people that are driving Jaguars, and I'm not like, oh yeah, like, fucking bitch, you slave. I don't just start like, I don't start drama. But I always see this with Mexican people. The psychology, man, it's like inferior psychology.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you, JG. I just gotta go back to the chat real fast. We got CIA, aka Scott, down there, bald-headed Scott. He likes to spend a lot of time of his life sitting inside his garage because his wife doesn't love him enough to give him a spot inside, and he's really just a curmudgeon, an old curmudgeon.
Is Scott the fat guy? Is that Fat Scott?
Nah, that's Scotty.
The CIA, is that the fat guy? Fat Scott?
Nah, he's not fat. He's just retarded.
All right, yeah, the CIA, you're a bitch, man. You're saying I have nothing. The dude was trolling me the other day saying I have nothing. Get the fuck out of here, man.
And then he's
You're a
telling me
YouTube-
to go tend to the baby when she's sitting here looking at me. She's in a car seat, and we're driving down the road. But I need advice from some retard in the chat.
Pull your tits out, Moose, and breastfeed your daughter, man.
Well, if CIA was here, I'd take him in the back room and let him milk me.
Nah, Moose, you don't say shit like that, man. Oh. Come on.
I only said it because I knew it would be creepy.
You just went Pizer and Snafu on it.
Yeah, I have no respect for people like that. He sits there in the chat every day, doesn't come up to the panels anymore because he's afraid, and he has nothing good to say ever. I haven't seen one thing about anyone he said good. Not positive, not constructive, not anything to get towards the next level, and nothing. Nothing. He offers people nothing. Now I'm pulling the Talcott.
Yeah, what I was getting at with like Mexicans, I think there's a big time gaslighting, plaguing in like their culture. Like there's like a big fucking toxic mentality in their culture, in their environment.
Hey Mitch, what's up? Okay.
That's also fucking America big time. It's goddamn manipulation. The psychology. It's like psychological warfare. People are always saying, "Oh, it's a spiritual war." All I'm seeing is psychological warfare. It's an intelligence game.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the chat, many people in the chat, they're often have nothing good to say, right? It's because inside, there's nothing good inside. You know what I mean? They have all this work that they need to do on themselves and to get through that. But instead of doing that, they're going to sit here and ridicule people all day, every day. And I mean, the guy is 50-something years old. I mean, you got maybe 15 years of your life left, and you're sitting here spending it with us?
Yeah, I guess he's existing. You know, he's a lot of people on here are just existing in real life. They're not living. Like we're on here talking about real life shit. We're living. We're having a good time. A lot of these people are just fucking. They pile it out.
A lot of people are what? What was that last part? I didn't hear that last word.
They pile it out, Christos. Like they're loafing around. They pile it out.
Okay.
Their energy's down.
I'm a hypocrite though, because I do a lot of the trash talking and all that. So I recognize it. I recognize where I fall short and whatnot. I'm working on that. But I also got to work on the fact that I got to be honest. And when I'm honest, people don't like it, especially Scott. I mean, he was the first one who donated $25 after I supposedly broke bad. And I mean, if that's not Breaking Bad right there, I don't know. I don't know what is. I mean, he still sits in the chat every day and paws and slobs on the knob and, you know, tickles those feet and whatnot, you know. But anyways, let's get back to what you were talking about. I think it's a culture thing, and I think that you train hopping, you find yourself in these bigger cities, and I find that big cities have, you know, mostly scumbags in them.
Yeah, I'm just saying in my travels in America, like through the last decade, it's Mexicans always talking shit, always giving you problems. Like you could be respectful and you're still going here and talking shit. You know, I had a Mexican friend I grew up skating with. He came from Mexico to Philadelphia illegally, and dude, we skated all the time. And I picked up a little bit of Spanish from him, and he'd be talking shit in Spanish. And I always noticed him like gaslighting people and you know, psychologically abusing people. And I'm like, dude, like, what's your problem? Like, you know, like that dude, I learned so much from being around that dude, skating with him, because he just had that inferior little bitch mindset. He got caught stealing from a couple of our homies. Like, he got caught stealing from skaters. He came at me all crazy, and I checked him, and I stopped fucking with him because the dude was just, you know, becoming a big time, you know, big time idiot. And every time like the dude tries to follow me on Instagram, people, you know, that's the thing too. People will these gaslighting fucks. They'll try to come at you on Instagram and follow you and stalk you. You know, they constantly want power. But it's like, dude, you don't have the upper hand here. Like, you lost already. You already fucked up. But it's crazy to me that all these people out here, you just see the constant manipulation and people constantly draw first blood. It's like, dude, that's how you lose. If you always go around starting shit and talking shit, that's how you lose. It backfires on you. You know?
It definitely does. People don't like that crap, man. People don't like it. If you go around, you know, swinging your sword everywhere you go, it's just not a good look. And like
No,
you
but
said,
being
you
a
lost before
whiny,
you
cryy
started.
bitch like JG is not a good look either. Cupcaking is not a good look. He's like in the Me Too movement, basically.
Hold on, Miko.
Depends.
Yo, I'm just talking here, Snafu. You're saying I'm crying and bitching.
Yeah,
What?
you're
You're a
whining
faggot,
and
man. You
bitching and
say
crying and
bisexual as
saying,
shit.
"Oh, you're pulling a snafu and a pizer and this and that." And then Venus
Oh, you
Cupcake
got
had a lot
offended.
to
You
say
got
about
offended
you
by
fucking
that.
supporting her ass.
He held
You
on to
have
that.
become Venus Cupcake's favorite person, JG. You have become
Well,
her
Hey, man,
favorite
I'm just being
person, dude.
honest here, Snafu, and
But
you
I
got
came with
offended
news.
by my
Bex
comment.
actually went to Venus Cupcakes and called them Me Too bitches. She was actually like questioning them and really trying to talk to them, and they fucking flipped on her like rabid Wolverines. It was the most funniest shit ever. She's like, "Are you guys Me Too?" Like Snap said.
Most funny.
It was the funniest shit ever. Dude, you're a fag, man. Get out of here. You're a
Yeah.
Hey,
fucking
you're a fag.
fuckboy, dude.
Oh, we talk
Super
about
weak.
real shit in life with trash bags because I'm a homeless bum.
no
Fuck
bueno,
out of here,
no
man.
bueno.
What do you do for a living, Snafu? You get
I live
welfare? Like, what do you
LIVE.
do?
I don't live in trash bags.
So
Bueno,
what, dude?
bueno.
I travel. Yo, I got money invested. I'm buying
Well,
property
good,
soon.
good. I just don't know why you
What do
fucking
you
all of a
do,
sudden
man?
started cupcaking. You never used to cupcake before, and then out of nowhere, the last 3-4 days, you did nothing but like whining and bitching and crying about the metaverse people. And I've noticed, like, damn, JG changed. He
All right,
never used to bitch like a fucking whiny cupcake. Out of nowhere,
because
he's been whining like a bitch
you're
everywhere he goes.
gaslighting me
Yeah,
right now,
Snafu, you're
right?
constantly filling in the blanks like a Mad Lib book to fit your
Dude, you're
narrative.
constantly gaslighting people. Like, you could be saying real shit, and
Constantly,
then you're
oh,
gonna come at me
online,
with this
yeah,
angle saying, "Oh
metaversely,
yeah, you're
yeah.
fucking being a
Hey,
bitch. You're
I
hey,
guess I
whining.
hey,
You're
do.
W, can
cupcaking."
you mute this slave so we can hear JG respond to him?
I think Snafu must be Mexican.
Just a little, Mitchell.
Yeah,
Yeah, what's
Snafu,
up with the
you're
racist
like,
shit? I agree
I'm
with Mitchell.
saying
It
real
doesn't
shit
matter if
right
you're
here.
white.
I'm being honest and telling the truth, and you're gonna come at me with this angle, this manipulative angle, saying I'm bitching and I'm crying and I'm cupcaking. I'm just being real here, man. What you're doing is you're manipulating me right now. You're pinning me as something I'm not. Now, if I was bitching and
I'm
crying, I'd say,
listening to
"Oh
you
man,
whine
these
and cry.
Mexicans are
You're
they're
doing it right
bullying
now.
me. Oh man." oh man, life is so hard. No, I'm just stating the obvious. What's really happening?
Just ask him
Tell
what
me
they were
what's really
saying
happening.
when he overheard them talking shit.
Now you got offended by me saying, "Oh yeah, Pizer and Snafu." That example.
What were they
That's
saying
on you, man. You take that
when you
personally,
overheard them
fucking
talking
bitch.
shit? What were they saying? Case significant.
Huh? What are you saying?
When you overheard them talking shit on you, what were they saying?
I said that already.
Nothing bad. We were just giving him shit about the trash bag talk and all this dumb shit, but most of it's just a whining. But I kind of agree with you, Mitch. What's it matter if it's Caucasian or Mexican or what? Like, why'd you bring that up?
Because I'm in El Paso right now.
Because
and I just
Mexicans are
constantly-
inferior. They have an inferior psychology. That was the point.
Look at Mitch. I'm not saying all of them. That's not a you know. I'm not.
Did you literally say, "Look at
every
Mitch"?
single one of them. What I'm saying is, I see this constantly, and being in El Paso, I'm seeing this a lot.
Happens everywhere too. Huh?
It does
Everywhere.
happen everywhere, man.
I'm in Arizona, border state. You don't think it happens here?
These
But
damn
what I
Mexicans are
noticed-
taking over.
I noticed with Mexicans,
It's the damn
they're
fucking
careless as
Lebanese.
fuck with it.
Their culture is disgusting.
Is it, Mitch?
According to you, I'm just mocking
Yeah,
you.
you're being a little bitch right now, man.
They all should be hit with pinatas, huh, JG? Fuck with sticks. Is it Mexican or just brown? You're not cool with.
I'm not cool with people's psychology, like you and Mitch. I really think you guys.
It's because I'm brown. You're assaulting me right now, JG. My safe space is going away.
They're all inferior to the white man.
You're the one saying the gay shit yesterday, Snafu. Like, you're a fucking weirdo.
We
man.
were talking about your dislike for brown people.
Is anyone superior or equal to you?
You are, Mitch. Mitch, you're already fucked up, man.
No, he asked anyone. Like, he was being genuine with that question he asked. He's not trying to, like, fight you. I'm not even fighting. You hear me screaming and yelling?
Mitch is
Are you
not
dumb ass?
genuine. He's not genuine.
Hey, we got
Your answer
Christos in the back.
was not genuine. Your answer was not authentic, but the question was.
Patrick, if you're there, we got Christos.
Yeah, I'm
in
here.
the
I'm
back.
listening. What?
I think Christos is in the back room.
Oh, I thought he was on stage. No, he's not in the back room.
You got an echo, sir.
He must
It's
have
not me.
dropped
It's
out.
JG.
Anyways,
superior
has
equipment.
anybody
It's
seen?
superior white man equipment.
No,
Have you
we should
seen
get back to
Jack
the
Talcott's
Mitch's question.
most-
Let JG
Hold
answer
on.
Mitch. I'm kind of curious about if he's going to answer Mitch's question. He called Mitch ungenuine.
All right, I'll wait.
I
I'll
see
wait till
JG
after
being
you guys are done.
ungenuine lately. Mitch hasn't changed who he is or what he is this whole time I've known him online.
That's crazy. I guess you're not watching Snafu.
I am. Like I said, out of nowhere, you started piping up, and what you started piping up about wasn't what you used to pipe up about. It's more been whiny, cry shit lately.
I'm just, dude. I'm literally talking about life experience here, and you're fucking dubbing me as being a whiny bitch. Like
I'm
Snafu.
brown people.
I'm just talking real right here.
Right, so you're racist, right? Just be real.
What's racist?
See, for you to even say that shit, you already know you fucked up.
No, what's racist is me not fucking with a Mexican person that's constantly talking shit.
What are they saying?
Like the kid that came to Philly that I was cool with for years.
Why won't you ever answer that question? What they were saying? It's always they were talking shit, but you won't ever say what they said.
I said it earlier, Mitch, and look at you getting all bothered, man. You got to calm
What is
down,
it?
dude.
What did they say?
Oh, you'll hear them saying puta, they'll call you majate, they'll talk shit, you know, piche or whatever that shit is, cabron.
What's that
they'll,
mean
They'll
to you?
make jokes.
Yeah,
That's
cabron means
disrespect.
stupid.
Hey, GJ, chupa mi huevos, cabrón.
Yeah, like they'll come at you disrespectfully, and when you beat them up, that's when, you know, They
So
fall
you
apart.
deserve respect automatically when they see you, even though you hate brown people.
When you're superior, you do.
I give them
Again,
I
respect.
guess
And
you're
when
right, Mitch. I'm
if you're
learning.
a superior white man dealing with inferior Mexicans, they absolutely owe you respect.
well, I
Okay,
give them
that makes
respect.
sense.
I give them respect, and when they give me disrespect, yeah, I'll disrespect them back. Like Mitch, the other day when you gave me disrespect, I'm clowning you left and right because you're a little bitch.
How did I disrespect you?
Look, JG, you're whiny
I'm not
fucking
going to answer the
crybaby. When you
questions,
call
dude. We
people a
already
I
went
know
bitch, it
you
over
makes
won't
you
this.
look
answer the
simp.
question because you're a fucking cowardice little bitch made hoe.
No, I'm not cowardice, Mitch. We already talked about this, and you're still going to say answer the question like you're a control freak, cuz.
No, you're the one bringing it up. I'm just asking you to clarify your position. Use your words like a big boy.
All right, you're the little boy here, Mitch. All right, you said that I got
Right. I'm the
offended
one
by
crying about
something that
fucking inferior
you.
Mexicans bullying me, aren't I?
I'm not crying about it. I'm just talking about it. It's just it gets old.
Yeah,
Like
Hey,
you're
did you
crying.
not
You're
see
punks
whining
like
and
Barely
crying about it.
punks
comment?
like you,
Barely
Mitch,
actually
get
made a
old.
good point. How do you know they're even talking about you if you don't speak Spanish fluently?
He
I already
doesn't.
said I can pick this shit up. I've learned some
Oh, you could
Spanish.
pick. So you're
It's
psychic
called
on fucking. I'd
paranoia,
like to put a
buddy.
Mexican in front of you, or how about a white person that speaks Spanish and see if you really could pick shit up.
No, he'll fucking run and
I
hide
doubt
and
that.
cower like a
I
little
doubt you're
bitch.
fluent.
Yo, Snafu, just get out of here, man. You're just a fucking troll, dude. You got
Oh
demons or
yeah,
something.
I'm. You know what's funny is I'm calling you on your bullshit, dude. You fucking cupcake.
Yeah. There's no bullshit here, man.
Is that what you want the Mexicans to do? Just get out of here. You're brown. Get the fuck out of here. I'm
Go back
white.
home.
I'm
Go back
superior.
home.
Nah, that's not it. I'm not taking disrespect. That's what I'm talking about, right? I give these people
Right, and I'm not
respect,
taking
and once they
disrespect from
start
racist fucks
disrespecting
like
me,
you that want browns to be out.
You give them
hey,
disrespect,
Snafu,
yet you made the blanket statement that Mexican culture is inferior.
Mexican culture is inferior. Is that how I worded it, Mitch?
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
I would.
there's a bit of inferiority with a lot of Mexicans.
Maybe you are
I would
experiencing
argue that actually
inferiority.
Mexican culture is it's superior to American culture in many ways. It's not based on keeping up with the Joneses. It's not based on selling your soul. It's based on hard work and family. They have some of the best family structure that I've ever seen.
The hard work part threw JG off.
Well, but it
That's
doesn't
funny,
take
dude. That's
it doesn't
crazy.
take away from his life experience. I mean,
Yeah, his life experience of being a fucking paranoid schizo bitch on the internet.
A paranoid schizo bitch. See, Mitchell, you're manipulating me now.
Right.
Dude,
Dude, you're
gaslighting
using
you.
some weaponized
I'm
Venus Me
psychologically
Too
abusing
movement
you.
bullshit tactics. How is he manipulating you by saying what he feels online, you fucking dumbass?
because I
He's not
understand his
manipulating. You're
psychology.
manipulating yourself by saying another man online by putting his presentation and opinion out is manipulating you. Do you feel raped? Do you feel touched? Do you feel unsafe space, JG? What the
No,
fuck,
this
you
is
fucking
the
cupcake?
psychological war I'm talking about, right? It's not a spiritual war right
Oh,
now. This is
digital experience,
psychological.
yes, online. Yeah,
All right.
you
Now,
might want to
Mitchell, the
do some
other day,
research what
he
their
assumed that
government
I
and the
got
world's
offended,
about, buddy.
and he
You've
started
been hanging
running
too
his
much time
mouth.
in trash
He started
bags.
running his mouth after he assumed that I got offended. He wrote
You're
something about
offended by Mexican culture, dumbass.
We heard you and your
and he went
racist comments,
crazy.
JG. You downed all Mexicans.
If I said that, yeah, I take it back. I'm not saying all Mexicans, right? I'm saying
You're
I
saying
see
most.
this.
I
I'm
still
seeing this,
hear
man.
it in you.
What would be the most cooking?
Now, Mitchell,
It's
you
okay.
can't
If you're
even
racist,
you can't
embrace it
even
like
own
you
up to
little
your own
Tommy.
bullshit, man. You can't even own up to your own bullshit, Mitchell.
Own up to what?
Right. What's my bullshit? I'm ready.
Yeah, what's our bullshit?
All right, so Mitchell thought I got offended by some comment he left on YouTube.
So that's bullshit.
yours.
Like that's nothing. He doesn't have to do with your feelings. Who gives a
I'll
fuck?
tell
What
you
if
what,
he meant to
folks.
make you
I'm gonna
triggered like
pray
a
for
bitch?
all of y'all. I'm gonna pray for
He
everyone
jumped.
here today because y'all have some mental issues, and I just can't take. Can someone put some money in the goddamn collection bin?
Yeah, so Mitchell jumped the gun, and then he's disrespecting me. He's saying some gay shit. Just coming at me all sideways.
What did I say?
And then, dude, you're such a bitch, Mitch. And then,
yeah, I'm just gonna go along with your fucking fantastical narrative. How you're the victim.
I think you like the victim.
This is why Venus Cupcake did a live stream praising you.
Shit, and then when somebody fucking hits you back, you scream victim like a little bitch.
No,
you're probably mugging these fucking Mexicans, and when they fucking start talking shit on you, you fucking act like you're being fucking bullied.
No, see, you're out of line, man.
I bet you're right, Mitch. I put money you're right on that one, Mitch.
I'm calling you out on.
I've lived in the streets for 15 years, bro. I've never had a motherfucking problem with motherfuckers, like Mexicans gathering together to talk shit on me, right?
Okay, Mitch.
There's only one reason if you're especially homeless, right? You're homeless. Why are Mexican groups of Mexicans talking shit on you? If you're homeless, why are you even around people who talk shit on you then?
What am I supposed to do, Snap?
You were just telling us the other day how it's so amazing you can find anywhere to sleep, anywhere to go, being homeless, sleeping in trash bags. It sounds like you're putting yourself in a position to be triggered.
So I gotta avoid everybody,
out at
right?
the skate park to talk shit on a white guy.
No, this wasn't at a skate park. This was downtown Philadelphia in a fucking public area, and these Mexican dudes came through talking shit, and we beat the fuck out of them.
I thought it was in Austin. What happened? What happened in Austin?
Maybe you deserved it. For them to put hands on you? Sounds like it got pretty lit.
Now, we regulated that park, and these dudes came through out of line talking shit.
Oh, so now the truth comes out. You regulated the park, and a bunch of Mexicans showed up, and you didn't think they deserved to be in that public park.
No. They were talking shit. They came
so
drinking, talking shit. And
do you know what public means? Do you know this platform is public, and you tried to get rid of me just earlier? It's a public platform. Get rid of Snafu because you're talking shit about me, says JG.
I can't even hear what the fuck you're saying. You guys are
if somebody calls you out on your lies, that's talking shit, right?
If me calling you out on your bullshit, that's just
what's my bullshit? You got to be able to articulate it.
Mitch, you jumped the gun thinking I got offended about some comment you wrote about
I don't think about what you do or if you're offended or not. I don't care if you're offended.
So you thought I got offended and you started talking shit coming at me. You're like, oh, he's offended now.
GJ, no one cares if you're offended or not, you fucktard. Do you not get it? We're telling you it to your face.
But what I'm telling you is Mitch thought I was offended, and then he just kept going with it. And he's like, oh, I'm going to talk
again, he doesn't care. Did you not hear him? In fact, the more offended you get, the more it validates your point. You're a cupcake bitch.
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
Notice that you are clearly offended, and I still don't give a fuck.
Mitch was out of line, right? He's thinking, oh, JG's offended, which was never the case.
How is he out of line on a public platform expressing his opinion publicly? How is the man out of line?
Let me get a one-on-one with Mitch. I can't.
Go ahead. I'm just saying you're making this bullshit up trying to change narrative on Mitch. On a public platform, he's out of line. Are you the fucking...
I'm not making bullshit up. So Mitch tried to mob down on me, and it backfired on him.
Mob down on you?
Yeah, you tried to mob down on me and it backfired on you, man. And
what did I do to mob down on you? Can you describe mobbing down?
Look it up, man.
What does it mean to you?
Look it up, Mitch. I'm not answering.
What does it mean to you?
Wait. You said it, so why wouldn't you answer it?
Terminology you're using. What does it mean to you, bitch?
Okay, gentlemen, we're gonna take a small pause here. We're gonna take a little pause and let Moose has a little 30-second promo that he would like to go ahead and do. So,
people of the church, I'd like to ask you today. We have some conflict inside the church, and I think a donation might actually sway the way the church goes and sway the blessings from our Lord down upon us, right? And so, if you would like to get rid of any of these panelists today, all you have to do is send $20 to the KOFI link. Okay, my friends? If you send $20 and you tell us which one you want thrown out of the church, we will do it for you today. Can I get a hallelujah? Amen. Hallelujah. Amen.
Amen. Amen to that.
Does that mean OTW's on the list too? If they put $20, you could get thrown out?
If
We
if
control.
they give
I guess you can do
$20,
that.
he'll take himself out of the show for however long he wants. But we tell you what, we always welcome OTW back into the church because he welcomes the church back into OTW.
Where'd JG run off to?
Oh,
I
Mitch and
guess my
JG
grip
decided to
made him
lift.
leave. I'm sorry
Maybe.
about that.
Maybe he's going to get his credit card.
Well, I didn't mean to kill the stream with the promotion here.
Way to produce, Mr. Moose.
It's all right. We can get back to another topic. So praise God, and let's talk about Israel. Okay, Israel. Snafu Snaps, do you got any intel on that?
Bombs are going.
Israel.
OTW, you just called me a bitch?
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Did he
All right,
cross
I
the
thought I
line
heard
and
you
call
say
you a
that.
bitch? A non-bitch? Because I didn't hear him
Why
call
the
you a
fuck did I
bitch.
say that?
I just pulled a Mitchell. I just assumed.
Nope.
I'm hearing things.
Those words
I'm
that
seeing
did not
things.
come out of my mouth, sir.
Hey, my name's Mitchell, and I hear things. I
Time
think
out,
things, I
JG.
see
Every time
things.
Mitchell says something, he usually has receipts, you fucking clown. So I'm sure Mitchell has timestamps and receipts if you call fucking up. So don't play that game like he doesn't come in hot with nothing to back his shit up. I know
Hey.
people with receipts. Mitchell always brings his receipts, you dumbass.
Hey, switch hitter, stay in your lane. Mitchell was out of line, and that's what happened. That's the truth. That's the facts.
How is he out of line on you? You're Me Too victiming here. That's why Venus Cupcake loves your dumbass. How is he out of line? Tell us how your Me Too victim status with Mitchell. What did he do online to unsafe space your shit?
There's no Me Too victim going on here.
Is that right? Is that right?
Then let's resolve it. What did I do wrong? What did I do to wrong you? I said you were offended?
Oh, you jumped the gun thinking that I got offended and
What
I was
does that
getting
mean? I
butthurt.
jumped the gun.
You don't know what that means?
What does it mean to you?
Now
Well,
he's just
first
gonna
you're mobbing
progress the
around, and now
question.
you got jumping guns. Yeah.
Yeah, Mitch, you mobbed down on me and it backfired on you, man. And you can't even own up to
What
it.
did
Like,
You
I
you
do
can't
to
just
even
had
tell
to
us what
lie.
mob means, JG. What Mitch mobbed you?
Mob down mentally? You don't know what that means?
Oh,
So
mentally, your feelings.
So I heard you from a YouTube chat.
No. You're
You
out
heard
of
his
line.
feelings bad, Mitch. He's in Me Too victim mode. His safe space was taken away
Let's get down to
because
what
of you.
actually hurt you. Like, what did I say to hurt you?
You're disrespectful, saying writing disrespectful stuff. So I mean,
Why do I owe you respect?
You cross the line there.
Why do I owe you respect?
Jesus Christ, Mitch, you're insane, man.
Simple questions. Let's get down to the
No,
logic of it.
you're literally trying to win, and it's like, dude, you already
Let's
fucked
use
up. You
logic,
can't own
not
up.
your feelings. And let's
You
resolve
already
this.
fucked up, man. You fucked up, Mitch, and you can't.
Okay,
you
I
can't own up
fucked
to
up.
it.
I concede I fucked up. What did I do to fuck up?
I just told you.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You said I mobbed down and jumped the gun. What does that mean? What did I say? What did I do to mob down and jump the gun?
All right, let me get 2 minutes here, right? Without you guys interrupting me. So you posted a comment on YouTube saying some shit about Yurt. I'm posting
What did I
comments,
say about your?
and you thought I got offended.
What did
and
I
you're
say
saying,
about
oh,
Yurt?
JG got offended. See, you're not letting me talk for 2 minutes.
I
without
will let you
interrupting
talk.
me.
We're having a conversation. I'm not going to let you grandstand for 2 minutes.
And you're not gonna dictate if I call you a bitch
insane,
cupcake
man.
either, you fucking cupcake bitch. JG, victim fucking status mode activated.
What did I say to you?
You're a lesbian
Praise
punk,
God.
dude. You ain't shit.
This
So
is a
it
beautiful
went
day.
from I said something to you to I said something about your. All right. So now what?
Fuck Yurt. He's the ambassador for Camp Cupcake. He knows we talk shit. Why you white knighting for Yurt?
I'm not white knight for Yurt. What I'm saying is I had nothing to do with this, and Mitch just out of nowhere thinks I'm getting offended by what he's writing and comes at me
You
all crazy.
obviously
Oh,
are
JG's
offended, and you said you were offended.
No. He assumed that I'm getting offended, and then said, "Oh,
You are
JG's."
offended. I'm not
He's
assuming.
proven.
dude.
Mitch has proven the point, just like I proved with the Me Too weaponized bitches. You guys tell on yourselves, dude. You showed the optics.
Dude.
Mitch has proven you're triggered and offended.
You can't
Mitchell's
even
writing
tell me what I
comments
did
about
wrong
Yurt,
to you.
and then says, "Oh, JG's offended," right? I never got
You need
offended
2
by
minutes
anything
to
you wrote.
fabricate. You need 2 minutes to fabricate a story about how I did you wrong.
And then you start talking shit, just like going troll on me.
Because
And
you
that's
need
not
to
offended,
fabricate a
though.
story.
You telling him that you're talking shit on me. Yeah, I'm not offended,
Just say
though.
what I said to hurt your feelings.
Dude, this is insane. I'm talking to like the most insane people right now.
You said I came at you twisted, or I mobbed down on you, and you're describing that as I said something about Yurt.
Mitch, you gotta like get help, man. Like,
no, I don't. I'm good. You need to get
You're
help
not
with
good.
You need to get help to deal with me. I don't give a fuck.
You're not good, dude. And if I ever see you, I will hurt you because you're a fucking fool. You're
Wow,
a fool.
dude, a bitch like you, threatening motherfucker like Mitchell, he would smash your bitch ass out, dude. He would wrap you in that trash bag you sleep in, you fucking dumb fuck.
Snafu, I've been in many fights, man. You can't.
Yeah,
fight.
and you
Mitch
sound like a
cannot
bitch
fight.
that I'd smash out in a heartbeat. Cry to me more, but you just made a threat on Mitchell. Like, fuck you, you fucking piece of shit. You're a clown. You ain't
Yeah, I
hard.
made
You
a
ain't
threat.
shit. You ain't about it.
Yeah, I made a threat. I
Motherfucker,
am
you ain't
hard,
about
man.
it. I can
I'm
already
tough as
tell.
fuck, Mitch.
I can already
I'm
tell
tough
you
as
ain't
fuck,
about it, but make
Snafu.
that threat more, dude. You ain't about shit.
I got a story, right? I split a guy's face open a couple years ago because he was
So
out of
why?
line,
Okay, so
broke
you're
my
not
skateboard.
offended, but you want to physically
And
hurt
that's what I'm
Mitchell.
gonna do to Mitchell.
No,
What I'm
wait.
gonna
You
do
say
to
you're not
Mitchell is I'm gonna
offended, but
cut
you
his face
physically
open.
want to fucking hurt Mitchell. How does that work?
So Mitchell's out of line, disrespecting me because of his dumb ass assuming that I'm offended, which was not the case.
So that's
Mitchell
grounds
fucked
on a
up.
public platform to say you offended me because I feel whatever you
Yeah. And what
publicly
happens here is
said, freedom of
people.
speech, that I'm gonna fucking fuck you up, which is fine. I get it,
Now,
but I'm just saying you're triggered. You are offended. It's
now, because
proven
of
here.
your
You just
freedom
went
of
violent.
Me too,
because of your
Karen
freedom
Victor.
of speech, right?
Yes, that's
Because of
why
your
Venus
freedom of
Cupcake
speech,
was
you dig
praising
holes, and you
JG
keep
last
running your
night
mouth, and
because he white knighted for the fucking weaponized tactics.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Just saw another bitch ass slave on a quest for victimhood status.
All right, Mitch, I'm gonna split your face open if I ever see it.
Let's get ready to rumble!
I'm gonna split your face open.
Ooh, I'm
So
trembling.
JG,
So
I can't
Mitch,
believe
he wants to
just
play these
exposed
games and
yourself,
run his mouth,
JG.
right? He wants to disrespect people. Oh, it's gonna backfire on you, Mitch.
Hey,
I'm
why
gonna
don't
get
you
you,
do
man.
that to the Mexicans you don't like and the brown people? Why don't you go hit them and smash them in the face like you just threatened Mitch?
I'm picking my battles here, Snafu.
Oh.
That guy broke my skateboard, right? I split him right in the face. I split his face open. I hit him hard as fuck right in the face and split his face open. Because he
You
was
and
out of
Tommy went to
line.
the same storytelling hour.
He was out of line and I fucking beat the shit out of him. Dude had his whole face cut up because he broke my skateboard because he was a drunk fool.
And what would happen if he would have died? Would you have cared?
If he would have died, that was my problem. If I would have killed him, hey, I shouldn't have hit him in the temple. I shouldn't have hit him in the back of the head. I called him.
Maybe you shouldn't have hit him for a skateboard, period.
No, I should have, man. Because when people do shit that's disrespectful, it'll backfire on them. But you can't kill them. You can break their knees, you can hurt them bad, but you can't kill them. Because then you're going to prison.
A white man, and his biggest complaint is being disrespected.
Hey, JG, you ever been locked up?
Man.
You ever been locked up, JG?
Yeah, I got locked up.
How long? County time or prison time?
But see, if I go to jail and prison and I'm dealing with guys like you, Snafu.
No. If I go to jail and prison, I've been to prison. Don't act on Fantasy World. I asked you, how much time did you do, county or prison? And you just said, oh, if I went to prison. No, motherfucker, I'm checking you. What'd you do? You ever been to jail? You talking all hard, homie. And you actually talking racist too. And I tell you what, you would get checked. Like real life, universally, and you can't handle it. It's obvious. You get triggered and you're in your cupcake Me Too mode. You can't. Maybe you should turn off the internet and work on your internal self.
Maybe you guys should turn off the internet because you guys are fucking predators. You guys are just fucked up in the head.
So, damn, Mitch, you're mobbing, jumping the gun, and predator.
Preying on people like you, JG. You bet.
No, Mitch, you're just a straight up punk.
What you want with me, because you need it. See, the subconscious thing, I really think this is it's too good. When they come next to me, the energy's too good. The conversation's too good. Everything's too right. They're not used to that. They need to get themselves in a position, in adversarial position with somebody to justify their life and position. They don't know what it's like to just work with everybody and to just do your own thing at the same time. Like work with everybody, keep it real, stand for something, and stay in your own lane and do what you do.
Well, JG pretty much showed us he's racist, pretty much showed us he's a bitch and a false claimer. Mr. Moose, time to produce.
All right. So I am on the road again. I couldn't wait to get on that road again. You guys are fighting over something I could care less about. See, even my daughter doesn't care. She's like, change this channel.
She's like, shut the hell up. Quit singing, Dad.
I think she's more or less trying to tell Dad to shut the fuck up, man. It's like, Dad, stop it. You're breaking my ears.
I think so too. That's a smart girl you got there, Moose.
Yep. She's already weary of what's going inside of her ears, and she's like, speaking it out, trying to express it to you, saying, please stop singing.
She got good taste in music, and obviously you're not it.
Yeah, I played a lot of good music while she was in the belly, so she definitely knows good music. And when she came out, I started singing, and I got the stink eye a lot.
That was cute. Well, Mitch, you know what, Mitch, I gotta say everything Mitch has always said. I'm just gonna say I'm not fucking brown. You guys know I don't like to say how it is about people. Mitch has always come with receipts for JG to say that shit, like with OTW. You call me bitch, but I'm doing. No, I will believe exactly what Mitch says over JG any day after witnessing that.
Yeah. But
hey, I think somebody in the chat said they'll kick me for $20. I'll take it.
Man, you guys missed the Bex fucking shit. That was hilarious, though. That shit was funny as fuck.
Oh, fill us in with the news, Snafu. Hold on.
Well, Bex went into Venus Cupcake because Venus was triggered as fuck at you, me, Paul. The whole we're gonna sue everyone, we're gonna kill them, we're gonna do. You know, they're weaponized feminists on the go. And I give Bex and other women shit, but I know who's real and who's not. Like with the weaponization, and I know she's not about it. In fact, I've seen Venus try and reach out to Yolanda and Bex because Jackie Fox realized, hey, these bitches are crazy, and other bitches have realized this bitch is crazy. Well, anyways, Venus went on her show and she was praising JG. Well, why do you think she was praising JG? We just witnessed why. But the fact is, Bex goes in there. And it was hilarious because Bex was asking questions. Like, she wasn't there to troll. She was literally asking questions, but Venus was at the point of like, if you don't fucking take my side, fuck you. You could just totally tell. Finally, Bex just straight up said, are you guys part of the Me Too movement? Oh, all hell fucking broke loose, bro. It was the most funniest shit ever once she called that shit out.
Holy crap. I missed it. Damn it.
It should be there, but like for her, like, and then the minute Venus like just fucking leave, and it was
Interesting. Welcome, Luigi.
Mr. Lubass.
Right.
Man, it's so good to see you, brother. I'm glad.
Hey, Moose.
Again.
Hey, whoa.
Moose.
Turn the mute button back on for a second, please.
Moose.
We were talking to you with the mute button.
Yes, I know. I realized it. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out.
Well, we're telling you to remute.
Hey, what was the conclusion of that thing with JG? Can anybody give me a brief synopsis?
He's racist and a bitch and a cupcake.
Okay, and what did that do for you, Snafu?
It just validated the Me Too movement. Weaponization is hitting the men too. These beta bitches.
He's also a paranoid targeted citizen.
Okay, what did that do for you, Mitchell? I mean, what did it do for you guys, really? You guys went in on him. Okay, so you're just here for the shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like
at least that's an answer. Snafu couldn't give a fucking answer.
Hey, it's the same thing that Flow State did to Sophia the other night when he had a mental breakdown on Sophia just because she came up to the panel and said like a Bible verse or something. You know, everybody has something to jump down another person's bones about. And I do understand hold on. I understand why they did, because he was saying it a little, it was a little sketched out. It's like, oh, only Mexicans mess with him. Well, bro, I've been messed with by anybody. It doesn't matter what color. You know what I mean? So I get why they got mad. I get why they got on him. It's not a good look. We shouldn't be hating on anybody like that.
It's not even about that. It's like, if the guy's a racist, okay, he said, I think I heard him say something to the effect that they're inferior, but I don't know how he meant that. I just heard those words. No one ever really asked him, how did he mean those words? I don't think I heard it. Maybe you did. Maybe I missed it.
I point blank asked him, do you not like brown people? And he didn't argue and say no.
That's not what the question was. The question, in my view, would have been first to clarify what he meant and how he meant it, right? Now, if you want to believe his answer, that's one thing. But aside from all that, it just seems like if you go back to the Gorilla Gems OTW just played a few minutes ago, whatever it was, and you go to the beginning of that Gorilla Gems and listen to what Paul says, you'll sort of get what I'm going towards, what I'm heading towards. If you want to play that again, OTW, the one you just played a few minutes ago.
Sure.
Yeah, play it again because I want to point out
but
something.
Listen at the beginning, in the start of that video.
You need it. See, the subconscious thing, I really think this is it's too good. When they come next to me, the energy's too good. The conversation's too good. Everything's too right. They're not used to that. They need to get themselves in a position, in adversarial position with somebody to justify their life and position. They don't know what it's like to just work with everybody. And
Bingo.
do your own thing at the same time. Like work with everybody.
Why do you think I played that video?
Keep it real.
Lou?
Stand for something. And stand in your own.
Perfect.
Did you see that part where he said keep it real? Did you hear that part, fucking Lubass? Keep it real?
Yeah, listen, Snafu. Can you ever come to a point where you're actually speaking from your being and not from the blender that is your mind? Your mind is like a blender.
What the fuck
you go, listen, let me finish what I'm going to say. Okay, let me tell you what I think. Let me tell you, and then you can react if you want, or not react, or do whatever you want.
Just make your point and move on, dude.
My point is this: you go around, Snafu, to all these places on the internet, collecting information about this and that, and the Pogo and Bigo and Pedo and all this shit. You throw it into the blender that is your mind, and then you hit fucking power full force, and you blend the shit. Hold on, and then you blend it.
Opposite side of that same coin. You realize
I'm the opposite. Okay, so I don't take information.
I said
is that what you're saying?
Opposite side of that same coin.
So you're saying I don't take information?
No, I
No,
said
that's
you're
not
the
what he's
opposite
saying.
side of that same coin.
Okay, maybe I'm not understanding what you're saying. Can you clarify how I'm the opposite of being a blender,
Not
taking
you,
information?
not
You do the
you.
same
He
thing
said
in a different way.
there's an opposite side to that coin. There's an opposite side.
Oh,
to
okay.
that coin.
Maybe that's why I asked to clarify, because maybe I didn't hear it correctly.
Hey, Bex is here. She should come up on panel and tell us about her Me Too experience. That's why I do what I do, because don't you witness the weaponization of these hoes lately? Haven't you seen people say, hey, Snaps has been right? I hate to admit it. Even my most haters are like, I would never admit this, but Snaps has been right about a lot of shit lately. The optics are
I have to admit, Snafu has a point, man.
I've had to do that.
He's been on point lately. I guess we have to give it to him, man.
Okay, so he's right. All right, great. Now what?
Nothing.
Nothing.
What? Like, why do you have to be right? Why is everything about being right or wrong?
No. You
like,
have
why?
to give Caesar what belongs to Caesar, bro, and then accept the rest. That's the way things are.
Oh, fuck Caesar. I'm not giving Caesar fuck all, but that's not the point.
But
The point is there always seems to be some sort of level of resistance to all. Right? And it doesn't need to be that way. Like I've seen you, Mitchell, just recently, I think it was a couple days ago, day, 2, whatever it was, be in a real good flow
change
state.
my behavior based on
I'm not asking you to change. I'm not asking you to change. I'm not asking you to. I'm not asking you to change. All I'm telling you is my observation, right? And I observed you a few days ago or a day, I don't remember exactly when it was, where you were alone on panel with Paul, being in a real flow state. I don't like using that word, but it is what it is. Right? And then now you're here today, and it's like, I don't know.
You got weird interaction and why
what you're doing here today instead of tell me what I'm doing here today. How about that?
I'm just telling you my observation.
I'm just telling you. You need to
I'm
stop
telling you my observation. You do with it what you want. You do with it what you want.
Observe what you're doing. Observe what you're doing.
Lou, why would you?
I just
Lou,
came
Lou,
up
let me
to
ask you
find
this,
out
Lou,
what
why
you guys
are you
got
white knighting?
out of that whole information.
Lou, why are you white knighting online? Why are all you men white knighting for other fucking men and women
I'm just
online?
curious to know what you guys got from that whole interaction with JG. What you get?
Hey, did you look in the private chat what JG just wrote you, Mitchell? Why don't you tell Mitchell on public, you dumb fuck, instead of writing little messages to Mitchell in private chat? They got real beef now.
I don't even read your private messages. What does it say?
JG wrote in the private chat, we got real beef, Mitchell, now.
Oh, dude. Hey, Lou,
I'm
you
just
better
having
keep
some fun
that
here now.
camera up, dude. I don't want you to be whipping out that little tiny thing. And yeah, we don't want to see that, man.
Holy,
we
look
don't
at that
want to
redhead.
by Papa Luigi. It ain't right.
What don't you want to see, Moose?
Broke dick.
I saw you untightening your belt right there. Don't even try to play around.
You want me to untighten my belt? Moose, come on, I barely know you.
When
Let's
does
get
that
to be
stop
friends.
you?
Can we be friends before you want to untighten my belt, Moose?
Lou, Scott, you know the CIA guy, the half retarded ogre creature. He wants to know, why are you Talcotting today, brother?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm Talcotting?
Yeah.
I don't feel I'm Talcotting, but look, I just wanted to know
could you admit
what
at least
they were
that it could
getting.
be possible? Admit at least that it could be possible that you're actually Talcotting.
Yeah, I guess it could be, but
wait, hey, I want to ask Lou an honest, serious question. When you ask, what are we getting? You don't see the exposure of these fucktard cupcakes exposing themselves? That's what you should do.
I could see
Be
that
a
part of
fisherman
it.
in, right? Let the fucking clowns and the criminals, traitors, frauds, and scams expose themselves, right? And they do. Look how this guy JG went and attacked Mitch, went and attacked the Browns and Mexicans. They expose themselves for what they are.
I'm just keeping it real.
I just got to ask questions.
Right, you're a racist piece of shit. You kept it real. Good for you.
Yeah, but why not try to get to a place of resolution, a place of understanding, a place of
What's there to resolve with a fucking paranoid schizophrenic racist?
Oh my lord.
Hey, I don't take disrespect. There's nothing racist about that.
Same
Right?
can be said for you, Mitch.
Yeah,
Like,
that is the epitome of racism.
If you come at me sideways with some dumb shit, I will come back at you. All right.
Dude, you literally
If it's a
just said I keep
Mexican-
it real. I'm proud to be a racist. You're a fucking scumbag, motherfucking racist.
hey,
never
is
said
that the J?
You're a
Are
manipulator.
you
man. You're a
racist,
manipulator.
JG? Are you a racist, man? Do you hate
going to
brown
admit it?
people?
I like people, right? I just don't like
I like
disrespectful people.
Okay,
All
And brown people
are Mexicans inferior
He
to
already said
you?
it.
Not all
I'm
of them,
asking.
no. Not
Okay,
all of them, no.
so what do you mean by they're inferior? Give us a clarification.
What
So
I
we
mean
can
is
understand.
I'll walk into an area, right? And I'll say, hey, how you doing? I'll be very respectful. And sometimes you'll see people getting inferior and they'll start talking shit.
What do you
That's what I'm
mean they
getting at.
get inferior? Are they inferior or are they not?
They feel inferior. They might feel
Whoa,
threatened by
whoa,
my
whoa! How do
presence.
you know?
He
How do you
has
know
a
how
poor
people
choice
feel?
of words right now. I believe that.
Well, that's why I'm
if I
trying
can
to get.
interpret, shut up.
How
me
do I
two
know
seconds.
what they feel? It's
You
because
know,
I
the
can
way I
read
see
the
the-
crowd. I
hold
can
on,
read
JG.
emotions. All right,
Hold on,
I can
JG.
read emotions.
Okay,
JG,
maybe
you're
he
a Me
just
Too
has a poor
weaponized
choice of
racist
words when he
bitch.
says inferior, but maybe he could say just like low level vibing people, you know, generating hate and fear and shit like that. That doesn't necessarily. I don't believe he thinks that he's superior to them, but they're acting in
OTW.
But you don't know
If
that
you
yet,
wasn't
too.
racist, you would be sitting here saying, I'm not
from a different
racist.
perspective instead of being narrow minded, guys. I'm just trying to look at things maybe from
OTW.
JG's
Anyone who's
perspective.
not racist is going
And
to say,
maybe
I'm not
he just
racist. Notice he keeps
didn't
deflecting
express
around the
himself
question
Yeah,
of
you're
correctly.
when it
trying to
comes to his
justify
Holy
fucking thoughts on
fuck,
Mexicans.
man. Snafu, you're like a fucking broken record, man. You don't know how
It's
to
already
fucking
been
fit in,
said.
man.
What do you mean a
Jeez.
broken record? Why are we going back over this? You're the
I'm not
broken
trying to
record.
get. I'm trying
Hey,
to do something. I'm trying to do something that you guys, I feel, didn't do. That's all.
All right.
Maybe you did,
Well,
and I missed it.
It's
yeah, let's
okay.
let's
We know you
justify
white knight for these
blatantly
clowns all
racist
the time.
comments.
I'm not white knighting for anybody. I don't know this fucking asshole. He could be a
Well, you're
fucking
not
piece of
Mexican
shit on my
yourself.
fucking balls. I don't know who the fuck
Are
this
you
guy
Mexican,
is.
Lou?
I
Do you
don't
have
know if
Mexican
he's
in you?
fucking.
Let's spend the next
It
hour
doesn't
trying to
matter,
justify
bro.
blatantly racist comments.
Okay, I'm not trying to justify anything. I'm trying to understand where his heart's at.
Right. If you're Mexican, he hates you.
That's all. Just trying to figure out where his heart
His heart
truly is.
brown
And you're
people
not
are
going to get
disrespectful
there.
to him, the white man.
And, sorry? The white man is what?
Being disrespected by brown people.
The white man is being disrespected by brown people. Okay, that's
No,
his
the
heart.
human being is being disrespected by another human being, and that human
You're the
being ain't
one
taking
who
shit.
said that they were brown people doing it to you.
I never even said
Exactly.
the word brown. I never even said the word brown.
You
and
said
this
said
whole
No, you just went to
Mexican. You said
Colorado. I asked
Mexican.
if it was all brown. You just went
You
straight to
just said I
Mexican.
said brown. You said
You're
I said
such a
brown.
racist. You probably
You
think a
said
Brazilian
Mexican.
and a Honduras guy is
No, but
Mexican.
you just
You
said I
probably think
said brown,
Guatemalan is
Mitch.
All right.
Mexican.
I can see.
Indians are
You said
Mexican.
Mexican.
I can see your attitude already.
You said I said brown, Mitch. I never said
You
brown in
said
this whole chat.
Mexican. I correct the
Yeah,
record.
okay, so that's clear. You said Mexican. Let's move on.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
got a problem with disrespectful
Moderator Papa
Mexicans.
Luigi.
I have problems with disrespectful Mexicans. I have
Hey, so
problems
what does
with
it mean we have
disrespectful
real beef
Mexicans.
with you now, JG? What's that mean we have real beef with you now?
If I see you, I mean, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Okay.
I'll beat the shit out of you.
I'll remember that
That's-
too, so I'll
that's
catch you
gonna
when you don't
happen.
see me.
You won't
Like
do
That's
shit.
Snafu, you went to prison, but you're a punk, bro. That's
You'll
the
keep
thing you
Hey,
don't
hiding
get.
it because
hey,
people are
JG.
because people are
J-
disrespecting you. Because strangers are disrespecting you.
Hey, JG, if you're that weak that you can't discuss things on an honest level, that you have to go to a violent level, that means you're extremely weak in your mind and heart and soul.
Right, and that's what he just did. Lou. Not
Hold
only
on
showed
here,
his
hold
racist
on here,
cards, but
hold
he
on
went
here.
violent on Mitch.
I've been manipulated here the whole
He's a bitch.
time, right?
Let's
Lou,
have
I've
this
been
intervention
manipulated
here,
here the
guys.
whole time, right?
Please stay,
I'm not
stay
taking
with
this
us.
shit. Now, if I want to get violent, that's my choice, right? If you want to fucking talk shit, Lou, I can come right back in and knock you the fuck out. That's reality, man.
Well, if that's where you want to go, brother, go ahead.
Like Lou, I'm fucking real, bro. I'm not one of these punk YouTube bitches.
I would never
right?
come to you, but if you came to me, I would give you whatever you want. It might not be likable to you, but
All right. Why do you run your mouth, Lou? These guys are coming
I'm not
at me,
running my mouth.
trying to manipulate me, trying to pin me. They have an angle. Okay?
Are you retarded?
If I want to get violent, I can get violent. If I want to make threats, I can make threats.
Are you retarded?
Are you retarded, man?
I'm just asking a serious question. Are you retarded? Do you not see what's going on here? You said things that were somewhat controversial. I know they haven't tried to reach a clarification or a better place with that thing, but you said it, not them.
I said it, right?
Yeah.
I should have phrased it maybe a better, right? I don't like disrespectful
So
Mexicans.
phrase
That's
it
what I'm
now.
getting at.
What do you really mean?
I don't like these people that play fucking games. Like Mexicans, I don't like disrespectful Mexicans.
Okay, but you
Yeah,
like
yeah.
respectful ones.
First day I was here, I met a very respectful Mexican lady. She was awesome. Awesome person.
Do
right.
you like disrespectful white people?
I don't like people in general, man. I don't like disrespectful people.
Oh,
I've been
okay,
through
so
too
now
much
we're
bullshit
getting
in my
maybe
life,
a little
man.
closer. Am I echoing or is it just me?
Like, I've seen so much shit in my life. I don't take disrespect, man.
Well, you just said you don't like disrespectful Mexicans.
Yes, I said that. Is there anything wrong with not
you, Lou.
liking
It's from
disrespectful
JG
Mexicans?
Sorry, OTW, I didn't hear you.
I said the
Like,
echo
Lou, I don't
was
like
coming
disrespectful
from JG's
Canadians.
phone.
Oh,
I don't like disrespectful Canadians, too, you know? Do you have a problem with that?
Do you feel I'm disrespectful to you?
I think you're foolish with your words, and you
What
talk
did
and you
I
don't
say
know
that
the
was
whole
foolish?
business.
What did I say that was foolish?
Oh, you're pulling a Mitchell now.
No, ask me. Just answer the question. What did I say that was foolish so I can understand better what you mean?
Are you retarded?
Okay, that was a question. Are you or not? You could just say, no, I'm not retarded. I'm perfectly sane.
Oh, you're running your mouth there, man. I thought you were
Oh,
gangster.
I'm running my mouth
You're not
now.
you're being
Okay.
slick there. You're being
All right.
slick-minded.
Okay.
So, Lou, stop being slick-minded, man.
All right, I stopped being slick-minded. Are you racist? You
Am
hate
I
Mexicans?
racist? I hate disrespectful Mexicans.
You hate disrespectful white people?
I hate disrespectful white people.
Are there the same amount of disrespectful white people as there are disrespectful Mexicans, or you figure one is more and one is less?
I get what you're saying, man. I got you.
So answer.
I hate disrespectful people in general. Mexican, Jamaican, white.
That wasn't the question, though. The question was, do you feel that there's a higher proportionality level of Mexicans that are disrespectful as opposed to whites that are disrespectful? How do you see it?
I'm just gonna fuck with you now. I hate disrespectful people.
Okay, you don't want to answer the question. That's fine. Maybe that gives us the answer because you're not willing to answer. That gives us the answer. Possibly. Not 100%, but possible.
You don't get it, do you, Lou?
Make me get it. Help me get it. Bring me home, Moses. Part the waters so I can come through.
Taking bullshit. Like, do you not get that?
You broke up there. Can you say that again? Your mic broke up. I didn't hear exactly what you said. If you can still hear me, JG.
I'm not taking bullshit. All right?
From Mexicans.
From Mexicans, from whatever, man.
I'm going to ask the question again. JG, are you retarded?
No.
Good. Good. Then maybe we can get some.
Sounds like a racist to me. Quacks like a duck. Fucking must be a duck. You fucking racist cupcake. We got real beef, motherfucker. You ain't checking anyone.
Constantly obfuscating instead of just taking accountability for his words.
Well, he's okay being racist. You can see it. Look at his little cheesy ass grin too when he says, "I don't like Mexicans." But you know, this is just racist fuck coming out of him.
I don't like disrespectful Mexicans. There's no problem with
And I
not
don't like
liking
bitch ass
disrespectful
racist
Mexicans.
motherfuckers like you. So.
Yeah, pin me as a racist, man.
You are racist. Everyone on this fucking channel has seen your fucking racist card, bro. Everyone. If they don't see the optics, their fucking discernment's off. Everyone can tell you're a racist fuck. Period.
Yeah, I hate. You think I hate all Mexicans, right?
No, I think you hate brown people. I think you feel superior.
Okay, stop
No,
with the
no,
brown
no. What
people
I'm talking
bullshit.
about is noticing when somebody's inferior. If you can't notice when somebody's inferior, that's on you.
Do you notice white people when they're inferior? Or just Mexicans?
Yes, you fucking asshole. Yes, that's what I'm getting at.
And what's the proportion level in your mind? Are Mexicans more inferior than whites, or are whites more inferior than Mexicans, fuckhead? Answer
Look at
the
you,
question.
bitch. You're getting mad as fuck.
I'm not mad. I'm just trying to push you a little bit. Answer the question. If you don't want to be racist, if you don't want to be racist, if you don't want to be seen as racist, clarify your position. I'm giving you the opportunity. OTW is giving you the opportunity.
Ask it again.
Who in proportion is more inferior, whites or Mexicans? Proportionally.
Jews.
Okay, Jews now. See, you are retarded, bro. You really are. You really are, bro.
I'm not. I'm just toying with you right now.
With
your bitch ass mind.
Just
He's
a little
troll claiming to be victim of trolling. You get it?
All right, I'm just gonna listen for a little
I'm just
while.
having
That was
fun
good.
with you, Lou. I'm
Sorry?
just having fun here.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool, but you're not doing a good job for dispelling the idea that you are a racist. You're not doing a great job of it, is all I'm saying. If that matters to you. I don't know
if you think I'm racist, whatever, man. You can think whatever you want. You can
No,
pin
you
me as
portray
whatever
yourself
you
as
want.
racist. It's not we think. You've showed us you're racist. The
I
optics.
really don't care
Snafu,
personally.
you show us all the time. You're just a manipulative
But I'm not
coward,
crying
man.
like a little baby cupcake on here, fucking
All you
whining
do
like
is
a little
show us you're a
cupcake
fucking
racist.
punk, Snafu. You're a manipulative bisexual
we got real beef,
punk.
motherfucker. Just remember, I'll catch you on the light side.
What are you gonna do, man? You can't fight.
Don't worry
What are you gonna
about it.
do?
You're the
Try
one
to-
who started.
try
We
to
got beef
stab me?
now.
You
Don't
gonna
worry
try
what
to
I'm gonna
shoot
do.
me?
Hey, don't
You
worry what
can't
I'm doing.
fight.
Maybe we'll find out what
Fuck
homeless
outta
area
here, man.
you're
You're
in
a
and check
bisexual
out your
fucking
public
loser.
record and see what kind of police reports are on your bitch ass and fucking how many tickets you got for being panhandling. We'll look into you. We'll deep dive into your bitch ass now.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
panhandle
we'll deep
because
dive
I
into your
work.
homeless ass.
I don't
Well,
panhandle. I
I'll
work.
catch your
All
motherfucking
right,
ass
you're
now.
gonna get the police involved because you're
Yeah,
a
we're gonna look
fucking
into who you
flunky.
are. We're gonna find
All right,
out
you're a
everything about
flunky.
your bitch ass. Yep, public
You're a
record,
flunky.
motherfucker. Cry to him.
Yeah,
The motherfuckers look at
yeah.
my public
Who's
records.
the pogo?
Cry,
Who's the
motherfucker. Cry.
pogo? Here, Snit. Yo, who's
Cry.
the
No,
pogo
you ain't
here,
pogo. You're just
Snafu?
a racist, homeless bum on the internet.
Yo, Snafu, you don't even work. You eat hot dogs for breakfast,
Racist,
lunch, and
homeless
dinner,
bum on
man.
the internet. We'll find out what your story is. Now that we got real beef, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, well,
Hey,
shit, I'll light
what's
you up,
wrong
man.
with hot? Hey, what's wrong
I
with
will
hot
light
dogs?
you up, Snafu. You
Is there
can't
something
fight.
wrong with hot dogs? What's wrong with hot dogs? I like hot dogs.
Hey, you just gave your position right there. Thanks for that sign. Now I know exactly what area you're in your geographic place. Good job there. You know exactly where you sleep and shit now. Good job. So does the rest of the people who see your racist fucktards.
Grow up, Snafu.
You want to get cut the fuck up, Snafu? Like, do you really want this shit?
Is he gonna do some karate moves now?
Oh, he's gonna fucking karate
moves? Look,
karate
look.
chop.
Snafu, you can't fight. You ain't doing
Yeah,
shit.
you
You're a
just gave your
bisexual
position up, you
loser,
fucking
bro.
talk.
You're a
We got real
constant
beef. You fucking
manipulator.
with
You're
real
a
players in the game
gaslighter.
now.
All right?
Hey, you
You're
fucking
a
with
fucked
real
up dude, man.
game.
All right?
You're giving your position up. You gave you everything. You gave you where you sleep up, bro. You showed us all where you're at.
Yeah, what? Come at me. What? Nobody's coming here and doing shit.
No, we got real beef, remember?
Yeah, we got real beef. If I see you in California, I'm gonna fuck
don't
you
worry
up, man.
about coming there. You just gave your position up. There's probably a lot of people, Mexicans, watching. Just think about that. You might want to be careful what you say on a public platform, you dumb fuck, and what you act like.
Hey, man, I don't like disrespectful Mexicans.
We
don't
know
like
you don't like
disrespectful
Mexicans. Do you like Taco Bell?
No, it's not Mexicans. That's your whole angle. Oh, you're saying I don't like Mexicans. I don't
No,
like
you said
disrespectful
that.
Mexicans.
You said Mexicans are disrespectful.
Mexicans, yeah. All right. Let me word that better. Yeah, so I look better here.
There you go.
Mexicans
Good
are
idea.
disrespectful. People are disrespectful. All right.
Why'd you have to open up
Now
with
you're trying to make it
Mexicans
look
are
like I'm saying all
disrespectful?
Mexicans are scumbags.
Hey, why
You're
don't
trying
you
to make
hate
it look like
people?
You made it
I'm
look
saying
that way. We're
No, no, no,
still
no.
giving you the we're giving you
He-
the
instead of
opportunity to
saying
clarify.
people-
You're failing.
Instead of saying people are disrespectful, the first thing you go to is Mexicans. Mexicans this,
Mexicans are
Mexicans that.
disrespectful. Yeah,
And then
there
you're
are
backtracking
disrespectful
like a little
Mexicans.
racist bitch who got caught being a
right.
racist.
I don't like disrespectful Mexicans.
We pulled up your exact location where you're at right now. Should I send the screenshot to OTW? I know exactly where you're at now. That sign gave it away. Good job, pal.
All right, Snafu, dude, you're not scaring me here. All right.
I don't need to scare you. I'm just telling. There's a lot of people watching. You
You're
just
gay
fucked
as
up
fuck,
online
bro.
being racist. You want to
You
say we
probably
got
got
real
turned
beef?
out in prison.
I'm just letting the people who
You
feel
probably
that
got turned out
they
in
have
prison,
real
man.
beef with racist
You
fuck.
probably couldn't fight. You probably couldn't sling a knife.
Yep.
You probably got turned out in prison. Now
Okay.
you're free. Now you're not in prison, and you're acting hard. Like, oh
You
yeah, I've
might
been to
just want to
prison.
think
Have
about
you
what
been
you
to
just
prison?
said and what you showed.
Like
There's a lot of people
Snafu.
other than Snafu
You're a
watching.
fucking punk, bro.
You
You're a
got real
punk.
beef now. I'm sure the people
You're
who
a
see your
fucking
racist
punk, bro.
might be
You're
interested
not
to know where
hard.
you're
You're
at.
not tough. You're nothing, Snafu. You ain't shit. You're a pogo. You're gonna go to the cops because you're a little bitch. And you always come at people. Oh, you're a pogo. Look at you getting the police involved. You're a punk bitch, man. And you're
I said I'm looking
bisexual.
up your public
You're a
record.
fucking loser,
Is that
man.
getting them involved, you dumb
You eat
fuck?
hot dogs for
JG,
breakfast,
can you
lunch, and dinner.
clarify
You
what
put
you
hot
meant?
dogs up your asshole, man. You're a fucking loser.
Can you clarify what you meant by Mexicans have inferior psychology?
Yeah, some human beings with an inferior psychology that are Mexican.
All right, so
I see this a lot, right? I see this a lot with poor people. I see this a lot with everybody, man. Everybody.
So white people don't have more.
Nah,
less
white
of
people
a-
have it too. Black people have it too. Fucking Asians have it too. People
So
get
why were
inferior.
you?
They get
Why were
nervous.
you
They
saying
get
about the Mexican?
Because I'm in El Paso right now, and I was talking about being disrespected by the people down here. All right, that's what I've observed. Okay, people are talking shit. I'm coming at them with respect, and they're just fucking feeling some type of way, and they're coming at me with disrespect. And I had to check this dude.
Can
I had to check
respect
the man.
maybe be subjective? I mean, maybe you feel like you're giving respect, but they didn't feel like they were receiving it.
I
Is
don't,
that
dude.
possible?
Hey, how you doing? Can I get this? Oh, you said this? No, I never said that. Oh, you said this? No, I
If
never
you
said
don't
that.
like
Oh, you want the
Mexicans,
spicy?
why were you even
Oh, I
talking
never
to
said
them?
that.
Maybe there's a language barrier.
So people that play games, Mitch, I don't respect. Okay.
Well, you seem
And
to
I
be
can
playing
I
the
can
most
observe.
games.
How's that, Mitch? How's that? You're the guy playing games.
Because
Do you realize how you're looking right now to everyone,
you're the one who
JG?
said
Like,
this, and
honestly?
now you're claiming that we're victimizing you and manipulating you because
You shut up. My
we're
name is
asking
Mitch.
for
I'm a punk little bitch.
because
I
we're
just ask
asking for
questions. I just ask
clarification on your
questions.
because we're
I just
asking for
ask questions.
clarification on your blatantly disrespectful and racist comments.
They're giving you
Hey, I
now.
don't
They're
like
giving you an
disrespectful
opportunity,
people, man.
JG. JG, now they're giving you an opportunity to clarify. They weren't before, but now they are, and you're just not taking it. So that makes me question: is it a mental problem? Are you retarded, or are you being a fucking troll? I don't
It's a
know.
quest for victimhood status. Yes, he's trolling us so he can claim to be a victim of trolling. See
I'm
the
just having
gig?
fun with you guys, man. Lou, you're retarded for even saying I'm retarded and running your mouth right there trying to be slick. You should watch your mouth.
Lou,
I
you
didn't
saw
say
his
you're
reaction.
retarded. I didn't
Lou,
say
you
you're
saw his
retarded.
reactions
You're
and
asking
how
me if I'm
violently he got
retarded. That's pretty
triggered
disrespectful.
over online shit.
How about
So
you go
you
up to
saw his
somebody and
reaction.
ask them if they're retarded? You know, that's pretty disrespectful.
Okay, hold on. I'll do it now.
Yeah.
Are you retarded? Yep. Yep. He said yeah.
Hey, JG, do you know that you're making yourself look like a racist, cupcake, feminist, weapnized
No, we
bitch
did
right
it
now
to
to
him.
everyone?
We did it to him. It's our fault.
I know, I'm sorry.
What's
But
going
you know
on
what?
is
I
I'm
was like
dealing
trying
with
to do what
cowards
you
right
said we
now
should
that
do.
are.
I wanted to hear him out,
Them
but
Copper Man and Brown
Hey,
Man
let
held
me
him
talk
down.
here. Let me talk here, right? I'm
Holding
dealing
down
with
the white
Mitchell
man.
and Snafu that are constantly fucking gaslighting and manipulating. They're fake people, okay? They're constantly trying to fucking get a win over on me. So I might be a little out of line here saying, you know, oh, Mexicans are disrespectful. There are
how about pulling
Mexicans
out
that are
box cutters and
disrespectful.
threatening to funk Mitchell up and all this crazy
Well,
shit you're doing?
Mitchell, he's got it coming because he fucked up. He fucked up. It's on him. It's his problem, not mine.
So you want to
Okay?
fucking put him in the dirt? You want to fucking...
No, I don't kill people. I hurt them.
Yeah, but he did change his presentment right now recently. So why don't you accept that?
Because he's still racist.
Yeah, because he's being manipulative.
And he's trolling. He knows what he's doing.
And he's claiming to be manipulated.
We did what you said, Lou. Tried to let him, you know, come back and talk it out, but he obviously doubled down.
Yeah, Mexicans are disrespectful. There are Mexicans that are disrespectful. I take that back. I shouldn't have said Mexicans are disrespectful. I don't mean every single goddamn Mexican is disrespectful. What I'm getting at is there are a lot of disrespectful Mexicans. That's what I constantly see. And if you
But
got a
you
problem with
continue
that,
to talk
fuck
about their
you, pussy.
cultural values and their psychological inferiority.
Yeah, I see a lot of inferiority with Mexican people, okay? So what?
You got a problem with black people?
I do have problems with black people. Who doesn't?
Joe Cool, get your ass up here. Get your ass, hey, Mr. Black Joe Cool, get your ass
This
up
can't
here.
go, no way. Don't waste your time, Joe. This can't go anywhere.
No, he's he's trolling. He's trolling, and you guys are walking right into it.
I'm not
Yeah,
even
he's
trolling. I'm
trolling with
being real here. I
racism.
got
He's
problems
bragging,
with
man. He's bragging about it, Lou.
And there's a good chance he's racist at this point, but I don't know still 100%. And I
Hey,
would
Lou,
like him
where
to
did
come
you
to a
grow
better
up?
place.
Lou, what does he have to do? Lynch a fucking Mexican or a black in a tree?
Hey, I grew up in Philadelphia, right? And I had people always trying to say, oh, what, because I'm black, huh? And I got jumped a couple times by black people because they hated white people. Now, I grew up in an environment where I'm fighting blacks all the time. I'm dealing with black people all the time that are fucking racist as fuck. And I'm not taking their shit.
Hey, JG, have you ever fucked a Mexican or black chick?
Oh, they got the
I
best
have, yeah.
cultural values too, man. They got the best culture.
Have you ever had sex with a Mexican or black chick, JG, or
Now, I
dated
also
one?
had black friends. I met a
Hold on a
lot of cool
second here.
black people, right?
JG, I have a question
growing
here. Guys,
Growing
hold on a
up,
second.
yeah, I dealt with a lot of
JG,
black people
hold on a
trying to
second.
fucking talk shit,
JG,
say some racist shit.
JG, please.
Is what it is.
G, please.
What,
Listen.
dude? What?
All right.
What, man?
You have your YouTube application.
Off the wall,
playing.
bro.
Will you listen to me, please?
Yeah, I got you. What's up?
Yes. Do you have the YouTube application playing in the background on your phone? Because we got this echo that comes from your phone that is absolutely, it's like it's driving everybody mad right now. And you know, I really need you to fix that, please.
How's it now?
Well, I don't know. No, see, I still hear myself. Can you
JG,
lower
just
the?
mute yourself until you talk. Just mute yourself while everyone's talking, then just when you talk, unmute yourself.
I had the tab up. I just exited out the tab, so it might be better now. I apologize about the echo for all you Karens and snowflakes.
Well, you know, it is a broadcast.
This ain't a broadcast, homie.
Oh, it isn't.
I'm just breaking your balls. Come on.
So you have fucking dated and fucked around with a Mexican or black chick? JG is what you're saying?
Yeah, I fucked black girls that were cool. I fucked Mexicans that were cool. I fucked one Hispanic girl that was a douchebag, and she was fake as shit. What are you getting at here? I grew up fighting black people. I grew up getting fucking jumped by black people because I was white.
Because you're white.
Yes, because they would say, let's get that white boy. I'd be walking down the street. This is fucking reality, man. This is what happens. Do I go around looking at Mexicans like, hey, fuck Mexico? No, I don't do that shit. Hey, fuck you, you brown piece of shit. No, I don't do that shit. Now, I grew up dealing with black people that would say, hey, fuck you, white boy. Hey, give me your skateboard. I got jumped. And then I got to deal with my dad saying, what the fuck, man? Blah, blah, blah. You're getting jumped by blacks. What the fuck, man?
Well, I mean, why would it matter what color they are? If somebody's whooping your ass, I mean.
Well, it's when they bring race because I'm white. God damn it, Moose. They're looking at me because I'm white. All right?
Well,
It's not
They
because you
got the
had
racism
something they
towards
wanted?
me because I'm white, you fucking idiot.
Wait, it's not because you had something they wanted? Are you sure it was racially
I just
motivated?
said they would say racial shit. I just said that. I've had black
JG, you're
people
so
say
full of
racial
shit, dude.
I've had fucking black people say racist shit and jump me because I'm white, and
Do you want a
What the
fucking
fuck,
cookie?
man?
Do you need a safe space?
No, I'm just talking truth right here.
No, you're talking shit.
I'm not talking
If you
shit.
were,
I've been.
yeah, you are.
No, I'm not talking shit, Nubs. What are you trying to control me here, dude?
No, I'm looking to show you that you're a dumbass, but that's probably not going to happen.
Well, Nubs, I'm also dealing with a lot of fake people here that are getting a rise out of me, so I'm kind of on a.
I'll
in a
put
rare
it this way:
character
you
right
want to
now.
keep on? You want to keep on all that shit? I'll make sure that I teach my son to watch out for JGs out there in the world.
Dude, I grew up in Philadelphia.
I grew up
skating
in
around the
Southside
city.
Minneapolis, skating around the fucking city, getting my ass beat for being white. You don't hear me bitching about black and brown people. It's
Dude, I'm
because
not
you're
bitching.
simple.
I'm telling you what happened. This is a part
That
of
was
my
then.
life.
This is
what
now.
happened. All right, Nubs, stop trying to control me, man. I'm talking about fucking reality. What has happened?
What reality other than the one that you've created?
Dude, this has happened. And you're like
I've
trying
had
to
my
control me,
ass beat
saying,
just plenty of times.
okay, were they
Do you want a
coming at you
fucking
because
cookie?
you're white?
Yes, absolutely. Get that white boy. Absolutely.
Okay, so we're on the same page, and I'm talking about
No, we're
this. So
not.
why even say?
No, we're not. We're not
Get
on
it?
even the same fucking book.
All right, dude. You're saying
You want to
do
play
I
the
want a
victim?
cookie?
Me too. I'm looking at what Snafu's saying. Can you mute your fucking mic, please?
No, dude. No, I'm keeping the
Of
mic
course you
on.
can't.
I don't give a fuck. God damn,
Because
you
you
guys
have
bitch
no,
and complain
you have
about
nothing.
mics. Just deal with it, man. Deal with the fucking mic problem.
Come on over. I'll deal with the mic problem.
What's come on over me? Are you fucking gay too? Like
Means I'll
Snafu?
mute it.
What I'm saying is, I'm just
A
making
lot
it.
of horse shit.
I'm not.
That's what you're saying.
I'm not going around starting shit with Mexicans, right? I had blacks coming starting shit with me, growing up saying racist stuff. That's facts, all right?
Do you want a fucking cookie? It happened to all of us.
Okay, why are you saying, do I want a cookie? I'm just telling you. I'm
Because
giving
you're
you
acting
examples.
like you're special because you had a fucking.
No. You're pinning me as acting like
You're
I'm special.
pinning
I'm
yourself,
literally
dude.
just.
The optics are showing for what it is.
Hey,
I'm
Because
JG,
it's
can I
all
ask you?
assholes lately.
JG, can
You're
I
one
ask
of
you a
them.
question?
Just
Has
talk,
any
Lou. Just fucking
has any
talk,
white?
man.
Okay, all you have to say is sure, bud. Hey, has there ever been a time where white people did some shit like you were talking about and say, hey, there's a black boy, let's get him? Does that happen?
That happens.
Oh, okay, so it happens. All right, I just want to make sure. The other thing I
Yeah,
wanted to
what's
ask,
your
can
angle
anybody
here,
give
Lou?
me,
Lou, what's
can
your
anybody
angle
give
here?
me a clear, my angle is this, I'm just a dumb wop, I don't know fuck all. Can anybody here give me a true, clear definition on what racism is?
Ignorance.
Okay, I don't buy that, but
Racism is taught. Racism is taught. It is not a fucking,
I didn't ask how you got
natural
it, I asked
behavior.
what it is.
It's a
I
taught
can't hear you, Lou. I
behavior.
got a freight train going by. What are you saying, man?
What is racism? Can anybody give me an answer? I'm just a
Well, I'll jump in here. Why is everybody just dogpiling on him just because he's sharing his past experience and you guys are applying this? And you
Well,
guys
here
They're
comes
want to call
trying
it
to
the Jews
fucking
with the
control
raincoat
me.
ideas,
This is the
supporting
psychological war we're
racism.
in, and they want control. Faggots like Mitch and fucking Lou and fucking Snafu want control.
like if he's just
How
sharing
are we
his
controlling?
past, if he's just sharing his past and he's telling you what happened
Yeah,
to him,
he's
and
sharing
he's,
that he's a
and
racist,
he's
Timmy.
sharing this, if I
Yes.
just share with you the statistics that
Are you
if
racist
where I
too,
grew
Timmy?
up,
Are you
where I grew
racist
up,
too? Do you have
if
issues
I'm
with brown
sharing,
people?
if I share the statistics of what happened, is that racist just by
That's not
sharing
what
what
he's
happened?
doing, though. You're acting like that's all he's doing. Lou's called him out
Well,
a few times to say
you're presuming.
statistically, where is it in your mind, the numbers? And he keeps deflecting and saying the Mexicans. I get what you're saying, Timmy, but Lou's brought that up and he kept deflecting from what Lou was asking that.
Okay, I hadn't heard the whole conversation, but if I go back to my past at high school, maybe 30% were Mexicans. If I take a group of 100 kids, 30% Mexican, and
Right.
let's say 10% black and 60% white, my experience is like 10 to 15 of the Mexicans, which is like 40 to 50%, would exhibit this sort of like deceptive,
You should
violent
rewind
behavior.
it. Lou was getting to that point. You should rewind it.
And like
Lou was getting
and
there.
then the whites, I can't say that 40 to 50% were like that, because the Mexicans around that area, to me, they do have more of this like street level ethos about them, and whereas the whites don't, because the whites have gotten lazy because they haven't had to do that, because all the the genocide and terrorism and slavery is done abroad, and so they haven't really experienced that. Now I can't really say that this is racism. If I'm not applying
you might
this
want to
experience
rewind the
to all
tape, Timmy.
Mexicans.
I'm going to say it's
I'm not-
racism,
you know what I mean?
and I'm pretty sure a lot of people down there think it's racism. You might want to review it, because Lou was bringing that exact thing up, Timmy, the numbers. And instead of going over the numbers, he's like, the Mexicans. He couldn't stop himself from bringing up what his real narratives and ideals are. You rewind it, you'll see it. Everything you just mentioned, what Lou was trying to get out of him.
I got you. Well, JG's still here, so if you want to.
Not only that, but if you listen to what he said his dad was giving him shit for getting his ass beat.
I caught that.
Well,
I was going to ask if his dad had issues, obviously, too, but he pretty much said it.
Well, I got sucker punched by a Mexican named Taco back in ninth grade.
How the fuck did you let that happen? How the fuck did you let Taco?
Because I stole his bitch, and then he got into his feelers, and then he followed me home one day. He was like hiding behind trees, and then sucker punched me and ran away. And then my brother, I went home and told my older brother's 8 years older than me. He was like, get in the car. And I'm like, dude, I'm not like risking my whole future in my life to just deal with this one dude over some bitch. And he's like, dude, we tried to find him, and my brother, we was driving around my brother's car, and he's like, he told me tomorrow go into school and throw a desk at him, and he just said pick up a desk and throw a desk at him. You got to protect your reputation. And I meditated and contemplated on this, and I didn't do that because I didn't want to risk my future. But I don't hate all Mexicans now. I'm just sharing the facts of the story.
Everyone has some level of in-group preference, right? And there's that tribalism that exists in all of us. My question about why I asked about what is racism is because we at some point we got to understand that the lines can get blurred even in our own mind based on like our parents, like his father telling him, oh, you're letting the fucking Mexicans beat up. So that's planting something in his mind, right? So at some level we have to realize that nobody's any different, whether they're fucking Mexican, black, green, purple, whatever. We all got some form of in-group preference, as long as it doesn't carry over into that we're superior idea.
Right, but if there is psychological ethos of a group think, like regardless of if my skin is white, brown, black, like if I'm part of a gang that has violent and forceful ethos and ideology, then I think that I'm inferior. Like I would be inferior if I was part of that gang and Lou, you weren't, because it's just an immoral and unethical way of living to go around and like invade other people's neighborhood and be violent all the time. So it has nothing to do with the color of the skin or genetics. It's a psychological, like cultural thing to me.
They don't peel it. Yeah, sorry, Timmy. I was just looking because got to take down a tree at my dad's place. But yeah, it's I agree with you what you're saying. It is an inferior place to be when you're, because we were Italian, right? And obviously my neighborhood was Italian, and at some point it became where there was most everybody was Italian. So I never did, but the Italian kids generally, they kind of went after all the white kids, right?
Dude, I'll tell you what.
Like,
when I got locked up in prisons, I got locked up in prisons and saw the racism
because they heard
thing.
the stories, like my grandfather saying when we came. Sorry, I got to get the phone. Fuck.
Hey, I was gonna say, you know what? This is what I noticed. It really is dependent on the situational, the situational situation. Like in prisons, when you go into a prison, you're gonna know who's running what. The Pisces, the fucking Woods, the Blacks, you're gonna know. But certain yards, certain prisons, they can intermix. Okay, they can fucking sit there and play Monopoly or cards or fucking this, that. Certain prisons, if they fucking caught intermixing, you getting checked. It really depends on the situation and where at. But no matter what, you are gonna see and you're gonna know the races click up, and you're gonna know who's a little got more clout than the others. Like, I mean, that is just true nature in itself, survival of a beast, at least in a prison setting. And I mean, I could see one yard where the Blacks and the Pisces and the fucking Whites, the Woods, were playing fucking Monopoly or shit, and then another yard, if that happened, someone's getting shanked, because you fucking were intermixing with the different race.
Yeah, shit, you fucking faggot, no shit.
Well, that's the thing. See, your racism shows, you motherfucker. So you'd be pinned as a racist piece of shit. Everyone in the pen would know you're racist.
Hey,
and you better get some more folks to back you up when you get arrested, because the way you act, you'd have to click up with the Woods or something, and you run your mouth, you probably cause all kinds of problems and get them in train wrecks, which will mean you get in train wreck. Because I could tell you're racist.
When you're staying through North Philly and people want to mob down on you because you're white,
you do nothing, bro. You get hammered, motherfucker. Your own people would be checking your ass because we'd be telling them you're a problem in the pod, motherfucker. You're going to cause a race war. You're going to cause a race war. People like you get checked, motherfucker. I see people like you all the time thinking you're hardcore, you're some racist motherfucker, and your own people tell you to shut that shit down because they don't want a race war, motherfucker. You're a fucking clown.
fucking run in Love Park with a couple of my friends because we could hold it down, Snafu. We weren't racist.
Yeah, your friends, the pop bosses tell you, bitch ass, we don't want a race war with the Pisces, the Mexicans, the Fusereños, the fucking blacks, and then your little, the Woods would check your bitch ass. I guarantee it. The way you run your mouth, the way you racist and shit. I mean, you still be racist. That's the point. Racism is within all of us in a sense. Tribalism, but the way you prideful running it and about it. No, even your own people probably be like, this motherfucker's a train wreck, and we gonna have to handle him before we get in a fucking race war. And your bitch ass, they either handle you themselves because they knew people like us would fucking handle you way worse. So they check your ass, dude. Guaranteed they check your bitch ass.
I'd have no problem doing it.
Right, because you don't want to fucking live your life, whether you're racist or not, fucking as good as you can. But motherfuckers like this popping off like they're all hard, they're the problems. And that's what I'm saying. I see people like you all the time, JG, hard as fuck, act like, but you ain't shit, motherfucker. Guaranteed.
Hey, man, I'm a one-man army, all right?
Easily conquered.
Yeah, what am I going to do?
Maybe learn to be
a man.
I guess this is the weirdest thing to say, but even if you're racist, be a little more respectful.
Not some snafu punk fucking pussy. Like, what are you saying? I'm not a man, dude. Be a man? What?
Yeah, be a man. Man up.
Yeah, what is...
Sorry, man.
Did you not hear what...
I'm trying to
What
keep
do you
on
mean
it.
by
this
saying
echo.
JG, you should seriously mute your mic so the broadcast can at least people hear it or something. Thank you. Go ahead, Nubs.
Being a man, honoring your own fucking commitments, being, a man of your word, not running around saying, well, he's black or he's Mexican, so I'm going to be this way towards him. That's completely bullshit. I mean, I've got a son that's part Mexican, and I would bet that he would take care of his business.
That's not what I'm doing, is going around starting shit with people because they're Mexican. What I'm saying is, I don't do that, but people do that to me. I've had that happen.
Okay, so you're a victim.
Black people because they're black. I don't go around starting shit with Mexican people because they're Mexican. I've had Mexican people start shit with me because I'm white. I've had black people start shit with me and my friends because we're white.
As if high.
Yeah, so
what's your fucking point?
Well, right? You're saying I'm going around fucking starting shit with Mexicans because they're Mexican?
No, you said that.
Okay, wait a minute.
I don't.
Wait. I'm going to mute you for a minute. Nubs, all right? For the sake of the broadcast, let the guy finish so I can fucking mute him when you're speaking, please, because I'm trying to have a control over that fucking echo.
My apologies.
5 minutes now. You guys aren't helping when you're talking over the guy. So let him speak. Wait till he fucking finishes. Then I'll fucking mute him so you guys can say something and we don't have to endure that goddamn fucking echo. Thank you.
Thumbs up, OTW. The optics are high.
Corny.
Way to G-check me.
Oh, God.
I don't go around like starting shit with Mexicans because they're Mexican. I don't go around starting shit with black people because they're black. I also don't take shit from people that are Mexican or black or white that are disrespectful. Okay? I never said I go around starting shit with people because they're Mexican. I never
What
said
do you
that.
consider disrespectful, JG?
Say this shit.
What do you consider disrespectful? Because the way you pop off, anything seems to be disrespectful because of your attitude towards that race.
Yeah, thanks for unmuting me there. All right, so say you're walking down the street, you say, hey, how you doing, to a couple people, and they just start talking shit for no reason. That's disrespect.
Why would they talk shit for no reason? There always has to be a reason.
Why would they start talking shit?
Wait a minute. JG.
Jesus Christ.
Stop unmuting your mic when other people are talking, man. Wait till they finish, then unmute, then talk. Please. See, now you just did it again. Why did you unmute while I was speaking?
Because I'm...
He's trolling.
Don't do that. Just don't, because now I'm at a point where I'm gonna have to remove you from the broadcaster. All right, nothing against you, just like the phone and the echo is driving me mad now. Now you unmute and talk now. You now you're muted now. You can unmute yourself.
How about you unmute me, if that's easier for you? If that's better for you, you unmute me.
Well, that's funny you say that, but how am I going to know when you're speaking if I don't hear you? That doesn't make any sense. I can't unmute you if I don't know you're speaking.
Okay, how about I just keep the mic unmuted?
But if you do that, we have the echo.
So deal with it.
Okay, I will. Have a great day, sir.
Oh no.
We can do the
Timmy, I get what you.
We can do the simulation, right? Like when he walks past some Mexicans and then he's like, hello, hola, sirs and ma'ams, and then they go, puta, you know, like, and they just under their breath, like, little bitch.
I can see that happening.
Walking. Right, like, but
yeah,
again, like, what are we gonna objectively analyze the situation and then call JG an asshole if he's like fucking Mexicans? Like, if like that's his experience 80% of the time when he deals with Mexicans, it's like, okay. And then we got to look at what's the deal from the Mexicans' perspective? Why are they looking at him like that? Well, I don't know.
Probably because some white boy's going up to their group saying, who fucking obviously is racist and doesn't know what he's doing, trying to fucking talk to him, and they're like, "What the fuck is this dude doing?"
How are you going to tell me how they're going to discern that he's racist if they didn't have an interaction with just by looking at him? Oh, we see
Presentment.
White kid, he's racist. This is how
he
This
presents
is their judgment. This is how they see things. It's like
I think his attitude and presentment towards the people. People know if you're racist or not. Like I said, his own crew. If he was in prison, he acted that way. The Woods would get involved. If they won, even if he wasn't affiliated, they'd have to affiliate themselves and say, "Hey, you acting too hard on these other fucking people. You're gonna cause a race war, motherfucker. We checking your bitch ass." You could just tell motherfuckers like him. Like he has his fucking issues.
It goes both ways though, right? Like we have to I gotta put equal consideration on like the Mexicans that only stick with Mexicans down south, right? And if they are gonna be like, oh fuck these white people, let's just scam them, they let us in here, we take all the jobs, whatever. Like again, if they're gonna act again, obviously this isn't 100% of Mexicans, maybe like 10%. I don't know. Just
That's
don't
Timmy,
and that's the thing, Timmy.
Like, hold on, let me respond real quick to that, Snafu. That's a pretty extremely convoluted ideology because cultural things are not racism. People having culture is not being racist. Now, people thinking that their culture is superior to another culture, that's racism.
Okay, no, I guess I should have reworded it. That's what I meant because he said the culture was dirty and blah blah. No, you're right.
Well, Mitch, what you can't just look at that without context. What if one group or race is a bunch of savages? Now, I'm not saying that's Mexicans or black people or anyone. What if that's
okay?
true?
Show me. I'm not going to play your hypothetical. If you can bring to me some evidence of this being real, I will happily entertain it.
How about a group of folks that do think they're superior, that does genocide constantly? And
okay, there's a group like over in Africa or something, and if a fucking white man fucking docks up on that shore, they're gonna get killed. Yeah, that's arguably racism, but that's an extreme example, and that's because they're protecting the infiltration that they've probably experienced over thousands of years on their culture, right? So they're protecting their culture. That's not racism, really, if you want to ask me.
Well,
but
I feel too like this is the thing too when you talked about it, Mitch. I think it comes down to respect. We all have a little racism in us, tribalism. period.
Right.
And that's why in prison, like I said, the respect, like you could get some yards where they don't care if you play games or you intermix. Then you get some yards that are straight up warrior class, but you ain't go fucking mix. It don't matter if, you know, and
Let's look at
what
it
I
from
feel
a different
is I feel the
perspective.
respect
Snafu,
level. If you respect the cultures or races,
no. Wait. The United States went to war with Afghanistan for fucking 20 years, right?
Right.
Were Americans racist towards Afghanistan?
Absolutely.
Well, there you go.
Not all Americans.
Well, it
but
wasn't
that's
even
a good- that's a
Afghanistan.
fair
Any
blanket
Middle
statement.
Eastern,
You know,
any
if you
Middle
saw
Eastern
somebody in
person.
a turban, you know what I mean? It was that psychological imprint that was left on you that made you think that they're terrorists, right?
It's the tribalism.
Yeah, I think that whole narrative is bullshit because I grew up in Southside, right? I grew up in a neighborhood that wasn't mine. So when I got my ass beat, it's because I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like, and not only that, but there's more Somalians in Minneapolis, St. Paul area than are in Somalia, honestly, in my opinion. I could be wrong. But
Well, and
I
that's
grew up with a lot of that shit, and I don't hate them. I don't hate any fucking buddy that ever beat my ass for me being in the wrong place. It was my bad. I should not have been there. I was, and
But
that's
I
my
don't think that's what
experience.
they were trying to say, Nubs. Like he was talking about war, all right, and look at like what happened. It wasn't just Afghanistan. Any person of Middle Eastern descent, or if they wore a turban, or they fucking looked like Indian or Muslim or whatever, it was, there was a tribalism because of us being at war. It happened. It does. Just like in the prisons, it's gonna happen. Now you saying, "Hey, I was in the wrong spot at the wrong time." Well, that's a respect thing, right? Hey, you probably knew. It's like walking around the bunks. You probably should be walking around because that's the fucking woods area.
Right? Right?
Like
No,
you get
you're
what I'm
touching on a
saying?
good
So
point. You're touching on a good point, Snaps. That's that initial respect thing, you know, and
Yeah, I believe
and that
that's
was
a
his biggest
territorial
complaint.
kind of aspect. Yeah. Go
Well,
ahead,
and that's what I don't think that's inherently racism. I think that, you know, all cultures have experienced, you know, these conflicts with other cultures, and people want to protect their culture, you know. I don't know if that made sense, but that's how I see it. I think that
Well,
people
that does make sense because it would correlate directly with that war that the United States had with Afghanistan.
Yeah, they want
Because
to protect their
two
culture.
different
So
cultures
then
did not agree on us, or for some reason. The initial reason of that war, I believe, was because of the 9/11 situation, right? It's like it all stems from that, right?
well, it's the
Yeah, so
they
they
don't want the
probably think
westernized
American people-
culture.
I'm sorry, Snaps. I yield.
I was just gonna say they don't want their westernized culture to basically be into their culture. It's a respect thing, and it's like walking around the bunks. You shouldn't be using the bathrooms not at your time, you know. Or it's a respect thing. Even though we have to fucking we may not like each other, we still have to shit and live together, right? Same with humans. I guess it's like prison. I tell you guys.
Yeah, I think a lot of this is like intentionally fabricated, these sort of cultural prejudices. I don't really know what to call them, but
Of course they are. I wasn't doing anything inherently wrong by being in the wrong neighborhood, but I was doing something wrong by being in the neighborhood that I was in. It is a respect thing. You don't go
'Cause you were
shit in
smart enough
somebody
to
else's
know there was a
backyard.
risk. You were smart enough to know there's a risk, even though you didn't like contemplate it at that time. But now that time, you kind of realize, well, hey, I could have avoided, or I could, you know, blah blah. And even though they were in the wrong, they weren't in the wrong because that was like their. No, yeah, it's a respect thing.
Proverbially, by being there, I was shitting in their backyard, even though I didn't have my pants down and I wasn't taking a shit.
Right. So are they racist for wanting you out of there?
No.
Okay, so it's
Not at
just
all.
statistics, right? It's just like, oh, in their experience, their statistics in their experience, when a Nubs character is around, it usually spells trouble, right?
And honestly, I had a lot of situations that I walked right on through because I didn't give off that persona of go fuck yourself.
great point.
If
Thank
I-
you. I'm glad you
if-
brought. Yeah.
if I constantly had a chip on my shoulder saying that black people sucked or Mexican people sucked, my life would have been a hell of a lot harder.
Right.
Precisely. Yeah.
You know, the first time I had an interaction that I got my ass beat was because I ran and I was just trying to be like them, and I dropped the hard R, not knowing a damn thing. I was like 10 years old. Like, I had heard it on rap tapes and shit like that, but I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. And I was in the wrong place at the wrong time saying the wrong shit. Let me tell you, my speech curved quite quickly. And I knew my role, I knew my position, and I stayed in my fucking lane.
Hey, welcome, AK. Long time no see, man. Oh no, you have an echo too. Oh fuck.
Yeah, Nub's good point, man. It's about like the being the spiritually larger person, right? And like seeing, okay, there's a bunch of people here that most likely will fuck with me, will perceive me bad. Let me stop fighting fire with fire, and you know, do a little cupcake Talcott action, and like, you know, lead with equity and lead with, hey, you know, we are the same ultimately spiritually. However, you know, we can stop living in the past and live in the now. And
no, I like that though, Timmy. That's a great point.
That is how you overcome that stuff. But you know, it's reasonable to see the other, you know, to have perceptions like when I was in Baltimore, like I didn't go to certain areas because, you know, most of the time I wasn't spiritually evolved enough to be able to go there and like and get that point across and put their guards down. But I don't think I'm bad and wrong for, you know, avoiding that area in the first place.
You had no business. If you had business there, then go there. But if you don't have any business in a particular place, your ass shouldn't be there in the first place.
It's like when they open the yard up, man. You want to use the equipment, you just got to fucking make sure it's okay and fucking you're good and fucking you're okay to be there. Like, even though it's open to the public, you still got to respect the boundaries. You know, same with real life out in the world.
If it's open to the public, then the public makes the rules.
There you go. That's exactly it.
And I don't know about y'all, but the way we play Monopoly in my house is probably a lot different than the way y'all play Monopoly in your house. So in other words, if I'm coming to your house, that means I got to learn your rules and the way that you guys play the game. And if I collect 200 pass and go, then great. But if I don't, well, then that's a different story. And I need to learn how to play Monopoly in your yard because it ain't mine.
Yeah, I would say ultimately the big lesson for me here is like is once again taking ultimate personal accountability for the environment, like the house, like you're saying, Nubs, the house that I create and perpetuate, and the code that I follow. Not some cultural Italian code, not some American corporate code, not some US code, not some Babylonian global code, not a one world religion code, but, you know, what I perceive and others agree to, you know, to a morally upright, ethically upright way of living, and, you know, at promoting an ethos and ethics, a lifestyle that isn't, you know, that is following the golden rule and, you know, doing unto others, you know, just lawful living, if you will, and not invading other people's cultures and stuff. And in order to not do that, I have to bolster my own stuff, my own resources, my own family, my own code, and then constantly keep, you know, perpetuating that, and then invite folks in that do see eye to eye with that, and the ones that don't, try to, via verbal judo and words, to either get them to agree or move along.
You got to know yourself before you can know another. If I'm constantly worried, well, I'll give you an example from my life. I do construction and landscaping. Wouldn't you know, I've got lots of construction and lots of landscaping at my own house that I need to take care of. And why do I take care of it when it's snowing and blowing? Because I don't have time to take care of that shit because I'm always taking care of somebody else's house. Same thing can be said metaphorically or in a digital world, whatever the fuck you want to call it, like ultimately it boils down to what do you take time to do? And if you haven't done that work, you can't claim that work.
I think, like you said, Timmy, it's the situational life and thing that you put together for yourself. But you got to go on the other side of the coin too. There are predator type actions and things out there. So, like when you get people like JG, you got to remember their experiences could be for a reason. Because, like, just like you realize, like, well, hey, these guys have could be like trying to take my shit, trying to check me, trying to do something. So you got to look at both sides of the coin. It really comes down to discerning and reading, and that's like even self-respect. Because if you're more aware of the letting in the good versus also protecting from the bad, it's a discernment thing, and I think that deals with cultural issues too. Because I'm not like racist or anything. Some of us have an understanding that there's certain cultures or certain races that are more in tune to probably stabbing you versus robbing you. Probably, things to that nature. My whole thing is you just got to use discernment and respect.
You got to respect yourself.
Yeah, exact self-respect. Yeah, you got to. Because you have to self-respect to even have the discernment.
The predator prey thing I thought about a lot, and I decided for me and for a while ago, and I've gotten pretty good results with picking the third door. By just thinking about how an elephant is, and I just choose to be an elephant. And it's funny, right when I was thinking about that, OTW, you popped up the pink elephant, which is pretty funny, because like an elephant is neither a predator or a prey. He's big enough. He's got his little squad. It would be a real challenge to bite him and fuck with him. And he's got the tusks, the thick skin. But ultimately, he's just eating the tree, the leaves and shit. And, he'll see the lion over at the watering hole and the hippos and shit. He's like, what's up, boys? What's up? How we doing? How's the hunt? What's going on? Right? Oh, you don't shit in this water? Okay, great. Thanks. This is our lake. We're sharing this, resource. And, because I don't want to be another predator and fight the predators. And I don't need to hunt deer. And I obviously don't want to be a deer either and just get eaten constantly. So, I just kind of step out of that duality.
I really like that analogy.
I like that analogy too, because elephants are herd animals too, which means you're not alone, but you are. They wander off by themselves, but they also join the herd when they can. That's a really good analogy, bro.
And an elephant always stays in his lane.
Because he doesn't need to, right? He doesn't need to fight with a lion to eat the deer. Just like I don't need to fight slaves at Slave Mart and like fight for toilet paper and bread if I already have the fucking trees and shit planted near my area. I don't gotta go to the to Slave Mart and fight with other like low level predators, which is like basically Walmart. It's like the predators.
I'm not like trying to be doom and gloom either. But I know tensions. The more tensions rise, it's the same as when you're fucking locked up, man. You feel the pressure, you feel the heat, you feel the cultural fucking intensity. So I think being aware, like an elephant, like you said, is a good thing too, because you can't ever let your guard down ever either. And that's that self-awareness, that self-respect. Because I always give people the shit about hug a buddy, fuck a buddy. It's not that I don't promote fucking working and loving and being together, but there are predator type people. So you have to think like Timmy just said. You have to have a ideal of how to handle in a situation with both predator, non-predator, and just trying to get by.
I think that the reason the elephant relates, or one of the many reasons, is because an elephant will protect its territory because it knows the consequences of having lions in its fucking territory. It knows that all the animals are going to look to the biggest animal to take care of the fucking business. So when there is that fucking quote unquote scar, the elephant's going to come in and stomp on that motherfucker because it's causing problems. And eventually that elephant is going to come in and come after its children specifically. An elephant, the only time that an elephant is really vulnerable is when it is young. Other than that, it has the size to take care of itself.
Right. So a lion would be tempted to try and get maybe the smaller version of an elephant.
Yep. And if you think about it, what does the alpha elephant do? It protects its own fucking house. It doesn't worry about another house. It only protects. That's where the whole vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. That's what that's all about. At least one of the many things.
And don't forget, elephants used to be war elephants in some cultures. So they had the capacity to fuck shit up.
They had the tenacity too.
Yeah, these creatures are amazing. One of
Yeah,
my goals
elephants, remember.
They're slow to move, but powerful. But I was thinking about, when elephants are vulnerable too, like getting stuck in the mud, or like an alligator or crocodile, where they don't see. So, usually if an elephant can see it coming, it's okay. But they're also able to handle like a thief in the night type stuff. And that's the thing that you always got to be self-aware. I'm not doomsday, blah, blah, but you always have to understand that it is going to ramp up. The predator attitude, and I'm talking about for our rights, freedoms, just land like you were talking about your land, Timmy, toilet paper, blah, blah. Well, if motherfuckers find out you got like a place out there and they're all start walking, roaming around, and they're like, oh, what's this motherfucker about? Are they going to come try and contact you in good, or are they going to try and play you?
Yeah.
It's like a game
That's
of
why
chess.
I'm going to have my squad of war elephants, roaming the property, ready to
And
rock
that's
and
all.
roll.
That's what it's about, dude. Honestly, it's about the herd. It's not about the individual. It's about the herd. And I think that's what you have here, because JG's coming up talking some shit. And the rest of the elephants are like, hey, you need to check yourself, because you're going to cause some shit. You're going to have to cause me to do something that I don't want to do. And it's a correction of presentment. If that's the way he feels, be honest, be real about it. Sure. Just don't be honest and real pulling some bullshit. If I don't like you, I'm going to say, hey, I don't like you.
Well said.
If you could take religion and a spiritual process and make somebody activate a part of themselves that they didn't know was there, you got something there. And I think that's all of what we're doing in all ways, is trying to reunite and reactivate those parts of ourselves that we've had cut off, or we've had dormant, to try to survive in this sick and twisted dynamic. This spiritual practice, right? Certain things like I do here, just meeting with people daily, talking it out, doing a simulation, right? Imagining certain things. Maybe a form of meditation, you could argue. Will reform the perspective, will reform the way we think and feel and how we act and live, if there's truth there that resonates. So that's the modality I prefer, because I think anything else is kind of a shortcut, and really it's just a tool meant for extremes that, even then you still have to come back to your life and learn how to live it. It might just be that everybody should have some experience in their life that takes them out of themselves, and it forces them to surrender over to something so they can learn the art of surrender in certain situations. How do we learn to really live and thrive again? Cool to have structure, habit, procedure, process, certain levels of responsibility, accountability that lead to success. How are we going to love again? How are we going to live again? How are we going to thrive and co-create, have community, right? So I see both aspects in self, and I see a lot of those same aspects in others that come forth in these spaces. But again, it's a slippery slope in a world of religious dogmatics, when the other side of that is actual nihilist, infidel, worldly scum who really want a whole population on drugs, right? It's a slippery slope, because one side's going to call you the devil, the other side's going to say, yeah, let's do that, so they can take drugs all day, every day, and claim it to be the all. I can't, that's why I can't support it and promote it, because I know what it will turn into.
Message there from our sponsor, Mr. Paul Slick.
After these messages, we'll
JG,
be
you're such a
right
bitch
back.
and a cupcake. You got to turn your fucking name to JG versus the manipulative. Look at your weaponized feminist fucking move. And yet you think you could fucking take me on, you little fucking coward bitch. You are a clown, JG, and a racist. And feminist weaponized.
Oh, damn.
Yes, Snafu, all you do is manipulate, man. That's all you do for months.
Am I assaulting you
It's what
too?
it is, man. I'm
Venus
just calling it
Cupcake
how it
says?
is.
Am I sexually assaulting you? Do you want that too, metaversally? Do you want me to hold you down and just fucking just rip your butthole apart, metaversally?
So you're saying gay shit again, man. If you're bisexual, good for you, man.
Thanks. So who's manipulating you? How are you being manipulated? You want to explain that? Is it the Mexicans?
Hold up. Is it still echoing bad, OTW?
Yep. At least you're muting now, so that's a little bit better.
Well, I was muting before.
So who's manipulating you, JG?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You, Snafu, Mitchell.
Was Nubs?
Nub said I go around fucking. He said I go around starting shit with Mexicans. I never said that, so that's manipulation right there.
Wait, so he's manipulating you? How is it manipulating you though?
He's putting
Manipulating
words in my
you is
mouth.
making
I
you
never
do
said that.
something,
He's
right?
putting words in my mouth. He's putting words in my mouth. I never said I go around starting shit with Mexican people or black people.
So he's not manipulating you then, is what you're saying he's making false claims.
Putting words in my mouth.
You didn't need
That's a form of
to.
manipulation.
You didn't need to say all that. What you said was what you said. And I looked at the situation that I've been in and I looked into myself. And when I got out of fucking pocket, I got dealt with just like you're getting dealt with because you're getting out of pocket.
No, I'm talking about real life. When you're walking down the street and people start shit.
That's exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
It's not being out of pocket. I'm not being out
You
of
and I
pocket.
wouldn't walk on the same side of the street because I'd be on the side with all the people and you'd be on the other side mean mugging like a dumbass out of pocket. That's why you get your ass beat by Mexicans and everybody else that's not white.
See, I'm not mean mugging anybody. You think I'm out here mean mugging people?
No, you just said Mitch is mobbing you.
Here's what I think. I think you present yourself the same way you do online in real life. And I know that you and I are not walking on the same side. Jesus Christ, this echo. You and I are not walking on the same side of the street because I'm not getting shot because of your mean mugging. You're getting out of pocket.
I'm not mean mugging though.
That's why you get the results that you do. Got it.
Like, didn't you hear about being able to walk across the bunk beds or walking the wrong part without having the issue every time? Nubs was probably just trying to make a point that you are causing your issues to occur because of your presentation and your attitude.
Yeah, that's not what I'm doing though.
Hey, Patrick, I'm dropping in with you, brother. Nice to see you. Thanks for
All right, see you around, AK. Thanks for popping in, man.
You guys think I'm out here mean mugging? Wait,
Okay, guys, it's crazy. Your echoes, it's insane. Okay.
JG,
JG,
I don't know if
I
he's
know, that's why I'm
trolling.
hopping down, brother. Sorry, man.
I think he's kind of trolling you with that echo bullshit because he fixed it earlier.
No, you gotta get.
I'm not trying to troll anybody. If I have an echo, that's not deliberately me trying to troll you. See?
No, but you need to get yourself a pair of earphones, bro.
Not deliberately echoing. Like,
You're manipulating OTW. Why are you
No, it's a
manipulating
presenting issue.
OTW?
It's a presenting issue.
No,
This is
you're
how you present, sir.
You're manipulating now, JG. Why are you manipulating people in a broadcast?
If you're going to come into a chat room and present like this, and I know this myself because I was king of it, dude. I had echoes out the fuck. I was like the Grand Canyon on this bitch until motherfuckers was like, dude, you need to get fucking headphones. You need to present right. Same fucking thing when you're walking down the street. You ain't presenting right. You're out there echoing.
Yeah, that's what you think. You think I'm out here mean mugging.
I look at your results.
How about this? Go find some messages
you just
right now. Go have a conversation with them and live stream it, and we'll observe how you talk to them.
You're
All right, sorry, bro. Look, man, JG, really appreciate you coming here and trying to have a conversation, but I just can't handle the echo anymore. So go get yourself a pair of earphones, and when you got your earphones plugged in and you don't have that echo, you'll be welcome back. No problem, bro. I'm just like, I had it. It's been going on for over an hour now, and I'm just saturated with that. Sorry, man. So that's it. I have my apologies.
Don't be sorry, dude. What
It's about presentment.
Let me say what I want to say, man. It's like, don't tell me what to say.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying you shouldn't be. You be sorry if you want, but there's nothing you can be sorry
so if you don't
for.
want to be sorry, I don't give a fuck. But I'm telling him, I'm giving him my apologies. That it's not because I don't want him here. I just can't stand the echo anymore.
Right? Is that your fault?
Dude, I'm just pointing that out, being respectful.
Well, okay. I guess my respect is you're kind of giving him a respect I don't think he should have, but that's you. I'm not going to tell you what to do or not.
The respect that I'm according him spreads out into the audience and out into the
I get that for the audience.
You get that?
Yeah, I get that
Rhymer's
for the
a bitch
audience, but
sometimes,
for
Snafu.
him, he knew what he was doing. He told you he didn't even want to mic mute up when you asked him politely. He's like, fuck that. I don't want to mute up.
Can we get back to OTW now?
Yeah.
Yeah, can we drop a link in chat for anybody who wants to come and join in who doesn't have echo issues?
I wish Bex would join you guys to tell you what happened. It was funny as shit.
I'm starting to understand now that I'm starting to open up and speak a little bit more on particular situations like that. I'm thinking I'm understanding where Paul's getting his headaches from. Like, I'm just catching a glimpse of it. That's his road. I need to back up out of this road. I don't know. People are too dumb.
The great social experiment called the digital experience, my friend.
Yeah, but if I'm attempting to fix people's problems that they're okay with, then who's the fucking fool?
Yeah, but if you're gonna lead, this is gonna happen sometimes, man. This is the whole thing about leading.
Well, and I'm not trying. For those of you who are religious, I get it. For those of you who aren't, I get it. You could look at it as poetic, but the whole dust your sandals off, go to the next town, so to speak, move. You know, if people listen, they listen. If they don't, they don't. Just remember, if you reach one person, that's all that matters. You know, it doesn't matter if you reach. I mean, yeah, of course you want to reach more, but
how are we reaching? How I guess I look at it like I'm starting to see it. And I could be very wrong, but a person that's drowning and they're okay with drowning, I'm not gonna go out and attempt to lift them out of the water. That's gonna sink my fucking boat.
Right. Right. No, and that's a good point. Like, and that's what I'm saying is that's why I say the equally yoked sort of thing, or the wheat and tear, or the real versus real recognizes real, whatever. You know, there is a good division at times in a sense.
Is this real, man?
Yeah. I'm in my
You can't-
imagination.
No, but you can't just say that JG is drowning and then you're not going to help him.
I'm not
because-
saying he is. I'm just saying people in general. I'm not
Yeah, I took it
specific
more as
about JG.
a general statement. That's how I
Yeah.
took it. I didn't think he was talking about JG. I thought he was talking about like
Okay.
people in general.
Yeah, some people are they've got too much work to do on themselves that they haven't done over the past 20 years that any grown-up should have done, in my opinion. Obviously, I hear what you're saying, Nubs. But yeah, I mean, in my life, I expect a certain level of that they get it already. But even then, it's like it's still, you know, there's still these like daily skirmishes that, or maybe not even daily, but maybe weekly skirmishes that are going to happen even with the wisest, most honorable people around me that we got to get into it, right? And clarify, because the beast is at, you know, full throttle all day. It's propaganda.
It's always been, man.
Facets, right? Sure.
It's always been. It's just,
Yeah, but I don't think
it's in your
ever
face.
I don't think it's ever been to the extent of where it's at now, because now it's attacks on a cellular level, Nubs, with the frequencies, with the nanotechnology, with the mind control, things to that propaganda, as he said too, but especially with our devices and some of the, I think the attacks are more than ever.
You said it right there. You said it right there. Our device. Our vice. It's ours. So when we get rid of our vices, because guess what? I wouldn't be getting radiation if I was not talking to you motherfuckers right now. And the amount of radiation.
Yeah, but you
Right,
obviously it's
what
there.
else is attached to that, you know, especially with the nanotechnology and the frequency. That's what I'm saying. You said it yourself, our device. But it's kind of like the old days. Like if they did a test like where they took people out in the woods and they simply said, make a spoon. And half the motherfuckers grabbed a leaf or a flat stick and made a spoon. There was only 2 fucker dudes that sat there and whittled a spoon. We have become into the police state world dependency on not only technology and governments, but now on a cellular level, they are controlling our emotions and our frequencies of anger and our frequencies of hug a buddy, fuck a buddy. Like we are truly invaded more than most understand. So I think that we've always been under attack, Nubs, but the attacks are now ramping up more than ever. To implement,
I agree. I agree to a certain degree, and I think what Paul says is that center line. Because the thing about it is when I go in and I study, say for instance, testosterone. Great example. So I'm studying testosterone, and I look at it and I see that this herb does this herb does that herb does that. Okay, I've taken the responsibility to be responsible for my choices. And so on a cellular level, I am affecting my mentality. And when I have proper testosterone levels, I'm not as much of a bitch, huggy buggy, or whatever the fuck it is. And I'm doing what I need to do as a man, guiding my house. Not worried about your house, not worried about if your barn is on fire and you don't come get me, that's on you. Just like in that scenario where my boat's going to come down, it's going to come down unless they're reaching out for me, looking to help themselves get into that boat. Otherwise, it's going to capsize. So it's about what we do more so than, I wouldn't even say more so. I'd say that it has equal parts of what we do to improve ourselves. Because we know the attack is there. We know that there's going to be a perpetual stream of fucking arrows. And it's when the fucking, the slingman gets in there and slings a rock at your fucking head. That's when it rocks you. No pun intended. But that's not the everyday, the everyday is just the arrows. I don't know. I speak in analogy a lot because that's how I see my realm and my world is in metaphor.
Well, no, that's exactly what it is. It's kind of like Timmy with the elephant, and then you with the. I mean, to just know that the optics will ramp up. That's why I always say the optics are high, and the attacks are more nefarious than most have an understanding, and that includes on a cellular level now. That is thought process, emotions. So when we see all the shit show online, well, there might be reasons why it's ramping up. When we see the hug a buddy, fuck a buddy online, there's maybe reasons why we see it ramping up. Certain weeks, certain times, these technologies and patents are out there, and we're fucking straight up the beta. We're the fucking fish, the guinea pigs.
Sure. And like with my fish, sometimes the water's not clean, and if I clean out my system, I make my system way more dirty than what it normally is. And then it comes down and it comes out and the sediment falls and it separates and you know where the shit lies.
Okay, right
because
now,
the shit lies.
I'm Captain Kirk and you're Bones from the Starship
I'm giving her all she's got, Captain.
No, that's Scotty. No, you're Bones, the doctor that always uses metaphors. So I'm like Captain Kirk saying to you, will you quit it with the metaphors already?
Probably not. That's how I speak. My bad.
Bones, enough with the metaphors.
It's how a lot of people understand, though, because if you can give a picture and words, that's two senses going.
And he's kind of right. So most of these people are so dumbed, that metaphors actually it's like hooked on phonics for these fucktards nowadays.
Yeah, but most people's imaginations are so fucking shot. That's why I think one of the deepest insidious things is the screens, because it absolutely destroys the imagination. And then if I can't imagine, then I'm always just waiting to look at a screen, or I can't even imagine anymore. I gotta rely on the fucking Plato's cave. But yeah, I mean, some people can't even they won't even understand. They can't even hear a metaphor or a story anymore because they can't imagine in their head what the fuck I'm saying. I get people that tell me that, oh, you're giving me, stop with the metaphors or stop with the long-winded story to articulate a concept. Just tell me exactly what you're trying to say. And I'm like, I'm giving you the background.
Timmy, have you ever looked into Operation Funvax?
No, what's that one?
No, dude, you should play the video, man. But it talks about how they use a certain thing through the trails in the skies or things in your bloodstream, and they were testing it. And this is leaked Pentagon footage. It's been out there for a while. You could look it up. But they said that they were testing it on religious radicals, as they put it, to dumb down the part of the brain for imagination, which usually goes to faith or religious and blah, blah. And their whole thing was saying it's to eliminate the radical mind. So we do know that the part of the brain for imagination, we have operations and beta tests and, think about the lobotomies. Nowadays, they don't need to drill a fucking hole in our heads and fucking the world to see and be like, oh my God, you just created zombies or dumbasses. They're doing it chemically now. They're doing it in so many different ways. And so when you just said that, imagination is just like, they don't even know, like, you got to realize these things are there to take those things away from people. So yeah, I kind of agree with what you just said there 100%.
Yeah. And then you look at the top 10 causes of death in the US, right? And heart disease is always up there. So you got the two modalities. Basically, to me, the only two modalities out of being a slave, which is your imagination and your heart, right? So if I have heart disease, that means I've got a fucked up, I've got calcified, well, I don't know about the exact chemical, but a gummed up heart, right? Blockages. And then if I got a calcified pineal gland where I can't really imagine, how can I have any conviction within myself in touch with God other than what's just presented in the external world? and all the circumstances. And then I see all the circumstances and it's like, oh, this sucks. And then I just am convicted about the circumstances. And then to me, that's just living backwards, because I perceive the way to live in this universe is as within, so without. But ultimately, constantly, Babylon, the system, the external, whatever you want to call it, the graven images, is trying to convince you that it's as without, so within. Because if I keep seeing the external reality and accepting that as fact, being convicted about that, then I reconvict my internal space, and then I'm just a slave with nothing, and then I get genocided or thrown in jail, or I do something fucked up, and then I die, and then I reincarnate and I have to try again, is my opinion of how that works.
You know, Nubs, when you were talking about testosterone earlier, it made me think about how they put pewter salt in all foods in prisons and shit. And of course, what they're doing with, let's go Alex Jones, gay frogs. But the fact is the attacks on our cellular level that affect thought process, that affect emotions, that affect anger, happiness, camaraderie. These things are being beta tested at an ever high right now.
Dude, testosterone is so fucking important for men and estrogen for women, and having those things balanced, I can't even explain enough with enough analogies, dude. You guys would go crazy with the analogies. Like,
well, that's why I think Down syndrome,
it's changed my life. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Down syndrome, and you know, I when I worked with the Alzheimer's, you know, you remember they can't really diagnose Alzheimer's until you get a section of the brain for autopsy, but most people are diagnosed with it. It really is dementia, things to that nature. But we know aluminum and things to that nature, which are what.
So what do you do? What do you do in that scenario? Wouldn't it logically be to remove those metals from your body? I mean,
you know, but you could never remove them in a sense, because the air we breathe, the foods you eat, the things that it's on a nanodust cellular technological level, even through your frequencies, probably, you know, because you're already compromised. So you are
there's a huge difference.
Take away from, you know, like living off the grid and less device use and things of that nature, but you'll always be under the beast system world, you know. It's still the Prince of Air, still the beast system world until the next.
Sure,
my opinion.
Sure, I agree. Yeah, we live in hell per se. However, good things always happen, and they're always happening to me. Why?
You gotta sing it, bro. You gotta fucking sing it. You just disappointed, dude.
I'm good. But it's because of the mindset. It's your presentation. Like, Paul is reiterating all the things that we already know. That's why the ones okay, back to the elephant analogy. Elephants communicate in low frequency. That's why they know when the lion's there, because it's a different frequency. It's a different level. It's a different wave. You know, and you have a lot of elephants in the room that need to be addressed. Right? And that's why these conversations come up. That's why you have conflicts within, you know, you have a group of elephants that is not okay with one particular thing that has been known to be destructive. And they're saying, hey, this is destructive. And if you want to continue in this bullshit, you need to go somewhere else. You need to be an elephant by yourself, not an elephant of the herd. You know, an elephant is expected to take care of itself. The bull elephant there is to protect, yes, but if the other partners in the system are not advocating for that same protection, they're quickly removed. They're kicked out.
OTW, Captain Kirk, he's using metaphors.
Yeah, fuck you.
No, actually,
I got a good imagination.
I actually really like that fucking analogy that Timmy brought, the elephant, and you fucking hit it too with what you're saying on the arrows. Because I mean, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. We will constantly be in the fire. We'll constantly be through the purification, refining process of selfness.
Maybe that dog needs some hot dogs.
You know, she gets jealous. She's just a puppy rescue, but she gets jealous whenever I'm talking or something on the phone. You know, it's hilarious.
All right, good cupcake session. I gotta go. See you guys later.
Really.
Yeah, good cupcake session. And by the way, JG, fuck you.
JJ.
Whatever. We got real beef now, he says. But I think Mitch pretty much proved his point. I saw what Mitch was doing, and just like usual, he set him up. JG kind of
Fu, are you gonna ease off my jacket wearing?
Yeah,
flower shirt?
you haven't worn it for a while.
Yeah, that's true.
We got to at least have a reunion like down the road.
Has your opinion changed at all about about
You?
my ethos and
Yes.
Snafu is
Have you not
pulling an.
noticed my reaction toward you a little more too?
Yeah, no. if
Snafu,
you're
are you
a lot-
pulling an
a lot more-
Aussie?
Please, no.
No, I'm cupcaking here. I'm cupcaking with Timmy. Let me fucking cupcake. All right?
feel
Don't
you're
take the
being-
icing off my cupcake and turn it into a muffin.
man.
Yeah, no, Timmy. I give everyone shit. Everyone knows me by now, but the real recognizes real in the end. And my thing is just people got to wake up with what's about to happen, and you see who's real and who's not. And we all fuck with each other. We'll call each other out, but you see who has the grit to stay with it, and you do. And you bring a lot to value, just like everyone else, even the haters. But I see your truth, yo. Everyone has a truth, yo, and you have yours too. And I respect everyone's.
Yeah, I appreciate the fact that you're a lot more centered and balanced today. And like, even when, like, I feel like in the past you might have flied off in the snappy that snappy energy. But yeah, man, I appreciated the more balanced, centered version of Snappy. This dude is a powerful version of you, man.
I appreciate
I
it.
like it. Keep it up,
Well,
brother.
I appreciate all you guys, man. I really do. And even those fucktards, man, I just really don't want. It's gonna be bad, man. Especially here in America. We are so and you know what? You're lucky you're not here. You know it. I think fucking Nachikita knows it.
No, don't say that, man.
I don't know. Would you rather be here in the times we're in, or are you glad being out of the country?
I'd rather be on my future purchased land somewhere out on Montana / Idaho / Utah / Wyoming than
I think you have a little more awareness of what I think is about or could happen. I think a lot of people are still in the blinded right now, more than most understand. Like, we have our panels, we talk our shit, we do our things, but imagine those who still don't. Like all the people in your families and who don't. And imagine if we have this kind of anger and not even anger, but just bullshit optics we see. Imagine when the others start waking up in a real IRL situation. You think this panel verse is crazy. Wait till they have guns and the bullets and the fucking no law and martial law and the fucking militias and the gangs and the food and the pharmaceutical. Ladies and gentlemen,
Dude, that was my life growing up.
Huh?
That was my life growing up, dude.
Right. There's people who, that's what I'm saying. There's people who are a little grittier than others. But because of what's happening, and we're talking on cellular level too, they are weakening us. Why? I mean, I love medical marijuana. I'm a fucking avid grower, blah, blah. I went to, right? But why do you think they're fucking legalizing it in our country and other Western countries now all of a sudden? To weaken the people.
Control it,
to weaken, to invade cellular level. I mean, you guys, it's happening. The transition of powers is a real thing. Whether or not the world goes on, that's for real. But transition of powers is real. And big tech, that's why I'm always screaming. They're the biggest ones fucking letting this happen.
I got a new clip.
Personally, I say keep control of your own house and don't worry about tomorrow's house. Don't worry about that shit. Be aware of it, but don't worry about it.
Agreed. I mean, there's nothing you could do, right? You can't stop prophecy in my mind. You could only be a fisherman. That's where I stand.
What's your clip, OTW?
Processing.
Hey, did you see Flow State singing?
You just sat that man down at a high-stakes poker game with no cards and told him to bluff.
Yeah, fucker.
OTW, did you see Flow State singing to me?
He was singing to you? Oh,
Yeah, it's
isn't
on my
that cool?
channel.
I'm gonna jump down. I'll catch you guys later. I've got shit to
Good.
do.
I'm shutting down too in exactly 13 minutes. So have a great
All
You
one.
should look at Flow State sing to me on my channel real quick. He serenades me pretty beautiful
Where's the
voice.
link? I want to link.
Was he in a flow
it's on my
state?
channel. Just go to my channel. So
Oh, I don't know where your channel is. I'm
oh
lazy.
Peace
shit.
out.
Hold on.
I mean, I just made a clip, man. Come on.
Oh, you made that just now? I thought that was like in your shit.
No, man, I just made it while you
Hey,
guys were talking. I went.
well-
Wait. You just sat that man down at a high stakes poker game with no cards and told him to bluff.
It's
Hey, what was that movie? What was that movie, OTW, with the Trekkies versus the fucking Star Wars motherfuckers? Do you remember?
wasn't that Spaceballs or something like that?
No, not Spaceballs. It was where they were going to Lucas Films to fucking watch. Their friend was dying, but they were Star Wars fuckers, and then they ran into a bunch of Trekkies, and it was a war. You don't remember that? It was a comedy.
I don't remember that movie, man. But it
Oh,
sounds
I'm gonna
funny.
find it for you because I knew you're big on Star Trek, and the whole thing is hilarious.
Yeah, I was a big
It
fan
seems
of Star
fucking
Trek.
funny.
I watched that. I've watched God, it's incredible how many Star Treks I've seen. But I mean, I think I've watched every single series until up to the last movies. But I haven't really watched any recent Star Trek stuff. I know there's new series out, but I haven't watched any of them.
Dude, I can't lie. When I was a kid, man, I had the whole fucking Star Trek, like the Picards and all that shit. You know, the toys. But I had the fucking teleporter or the little teleporter thing that it had the mirrors in there.
Oh man, wow.
Yeah, but it was funny because I was a kid. And I'm like, oh, this thing makes motherfucking things disappear, you know, because you energized it. So I turned into like a little magic show shit as a little kid. Yeah, it disappeared, you know, like. I was a Trekkie though. Fuck the Star Wars motherfuckers. Trekkie all the way.
I'd have like He-Man figurines, right? And I'd have like Captain Kirk beam down on the planet of the He-Man and have like the interaction between He-Man and the crew of the Enterprise. It was kind of funny. I had Captain Kirk, Spock, and who else I have? I think I had Chekhov. Yeah, I think those are the three main. Yeah, those are the three main figurines I think I had of Star Trek when I was a kid.
Did you ever get into Voyager or no?
Oh yeah, I watched Captain Janeway.
Janeway.
Yeah, Janeway. Yeah, I watched it. I watched the whole series. It was okay. She did have that kind of masculine thing going there.
You know, I kind of like the plot of it though. Like it just straight up like, oh yeah, we got lost. Now we got to make our way back.
Yeah, they got lost like 300.
Like we got pushed way the fuck out. Now we got to come back.
Yeah. That was okay. It was okay. I liked it. Though.
All right, go. I put it in your private chat. That link. It's only a 15-second clip, but serenaded beautifully voice.
Oh, we got to see Flow State make a hell of a fun of himself. A fool of himself, sorry. Oh, that's great. Whoops. Damn it.
How are you this morning, OTW?
That's fucking hilarious.
No way. There was no sound,
Hello?
but that's hilarious looking.
Hello.
Mr.
How
Paul.
are you this morning, sir?
Doing great. Just had an epic broadcast. I was about to shut down in about
Second best broadcast ever, right? Because you hosted it. I mean, it's never going to be the best because, well, me. But second best on the internet, I
good with second
suspect.
place, man. I have no issue with that. I'm actually kind of proud of being second place, and when you think of it.
Well, when you see who's in first, it kind of makes you proud, right? Just to be nominated. It's like America's top model. It's an honor to just be nominated, you know?
Right, exactly. I mean, just being in the lineup is like already an honor.
Nobody's going to be Tyra Banks. Let's be real about it. But you could be one of the next top models.
Right.
You
And
get where I'm
who's
going
gonna
with this,
be
OTW?
who's gonna be third? That's my question.
Well, snap who snaps. Hashtag my truth, yo. Hashtag truth crew. Hashtag fucking all over these pedo pogos asses. You know, Marv Monograph, Marv Fogel. Don't make me bring up the list. Motherfuckers that
I don't mind bringing up the rear. Just joking.
Yeah, okay.
you go over the hill and you go, like you're fighting with the enemy and you're talking as you're fighting and you're like, oh, you have no idea what's coming next. What do you mean? You hear that? And then they listen. There's something coming up over the hill. That's my snafu creature. It's over for you now. Release
I'm
the
surprised you didn't show up
snapping.
earlier, Mr. Paul. It was pretty interesting.
You did what earlier?
No, I was saying I'm surprised you didn't show up earlier. It would have been nice to hear your thought. There was a very cultural talk going on. It would have been nice
Dude,
to
I
hear.
usually get like,
We had his thoughts the whole show. Were you not here? Snafu was playing, the Gorilla Gems. Every time there, I had a great time or a perfect place.
you realize most of my thoughts are already on record, right? You could just go
Yeah,
back
exactly.
and review them.
Yeah, I just had a part right there. He pretty much played your record on the record.
Yeah. I played at least 6 or 7 of those gems. I was, even planning on ending with one. So I mean, figured, why play Grim Hustle or Wes Watson when we got fucking Paul Unslaved here, who's got great, little clips that are very instructive and informative and truth bound and inspiring.
Chair
Right.
bound because I can't stand up.
At least it's a decent chair, I'm hoping.
It
Lawn
is.
chair.
Very comfortable.
Got cup holders and shit.
No,
Does it
there's
have
no
duct tape
reclining
on it?
action either, but it's fucking reinforced at the bottom. So
With
Well,
duct
that's a start.
I just have the people from Unslavia carry me in the chair. It seems to work.
Oh, that I
That
love.
would make sense.
That I love that.
Tarek probably has some. He probably could lift you up pretty high.
Dude, if
Yeah,
ever
he's a
we have
strong
an
man.
Unslavia parade, we absolutely have to get you a throne on sticks and carry you around.
And you know,
like
Tarek
back in the day.
Tarek supports me implicitly, and he has children, so he makes his children carry me as well. So between him and the boys and girls, they can get me up in the air. I got to stop every once in a while so they can have a water break, get a little bit of oxygen, but it works out.
No, we can
And
have
there's no
people
license
walking
for that,
around
right?
and
They
handing
never
them
stop
bottles of
me.
water.
Yeah, they never stop me for license when folks carry me in the chair, which is a good
Right.
thing.
Because we have somebody like a presenter in the front who will be with a one of those speakerphone things, and he'll be like saying, hear ye, the great Unslavius, please bow down to the great God of all media. Hear ye. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll have that guy in front.
Yeah, they never bow though yet. They will at some point, but not yet. I don't have enough power and fame and money.
Well, that's
But
what
once I
producer
get all
Moose is
that-
for. He can
Carrying
market the bowing.
No,
Producer
wait
Moose
a minute.
is a good marketer. He
come
can market the people to bow.
Respect and acknowledge Beta Male Moose immediately.
Respect and acknowledge the producer Moose.
Hey, I just came up here real fast to tell you I sent you an email, Paul. Took me some balls, I guess, to send it to you.
Do you love
You'll
me
have to read
again?
it.
No. Stop it right now. Do you love me again? Did you
Always did.
always love me? I don't think you ever stopped
Always.
loving me.
Never did.
I love you, brother. I don't care that you're a
Oh,
weak ass
love you,
beta
brother.
male who fucking breaks bad on me every 2 weeks. That's part of your journey and process.
Hey, Mr. OTW, we should maybe give them privacy. We
Read
should
the
leave and
email.
give Paul
It
and
actually
Mr. Moose
says that in
privacy.
there.
It says that in the email. We're doing synchronicity now. I didn't read it yet. All right, let me get in there. Let me get in there. We're synchronistic today. It's all aligning. It's all
You
coming
guys are
together.
bonding.
It's funny you mentioned that because Christos was pointing that out this morning when he first showed up, that, you know, we all had the same inclination to go click on Jack's live stream yesterday, whether it be you, myself, or Christos, but we all had like the same sort of timing where we all kind of like clicked in at the same time and started watching. For some reason,
Hold on,
came
this
out
is
to be-
serious business, OTW. I'm looking this over now. Okay, Moose Creature says he's got a mess to clean up between me and him. Not so much. Not so much. I don't see it that way. I'm working on being an authentic man who stands by what I say, and I would like to stop this loop that I've fallen into of playing a character, then being real, then playing a character. Right. I mean, again, like I'm cool with that loop as long as you're cool with the audience, as you see with me, never knowing completely when I'm being authentic, it seems, or when I'm doing a little bit of a bit, non-bit. So I've learned to be okay with that, right? And that's why I tell people on here, if you're going to come on here, be all the way real. And then if you're going to come on here and do the bits, you got to surrender both. That you're going to catch shit for being real and you're going to catch shit for doing the bit.
Yeah,
and
but
then
I'd rather catch
Right.
it for being real.
Yeah, broke bad for life. I took accountability.
Yeah, but
Hey,
that's
hold
the
on,
thing.
Scott.
That's the thing, though. At some point, it's like when you are who you are on the ground, you don't give a fuck for catching shit for being real or doing the bit. I know who and what I am, and I'm on record. If they don't, fuck them.
Oh no, I'm still gonna treat people like shit. I promise you that. I mean, we
Oh, all right. I was
deserve
gonna say,
it.
yeah, please don't stop that. That's what I needed. That's what I needed to hear, because please don't stop that. All right, that's an integral
See?
part of what
We're
we
being
do. I want
accountable,
you
Dad.
insulting the crowd. I want you embarrassing yourself almost constantly. I want you taking chances and jumping out the window, because then it gives me the opportunity to run with the comedy or just abuse you and create comedy. It works. It works if
I
you
want
work
this
it.
to being accountable, realable, and honorable.
And not scamulant, okay? That's another thing.
Non-scamulant.
Stop
He's
being
being real.
scamulant.
He's broke bad for life.
Wow, that's the thing. I don't know why anybody would want to put themselves in that category other than that homosexual Toby from that movie, Brokeback Mountain. That's Brokeback for life because he was born that way. You get what I'm
glad I
saying?
never
Why would
watched
you
that
break
movie.
bad on me for life? That's
Oh
silly.
no.
All
I might have
right.
to
So
change
Loose
it.
Creature says his little sister attempted suicide. She has 4 children and was with an inauthentic male who I always knew was dirty, but I was being politically correct coward and just let it be nothing. Well, I mean, you don't have to be hard on yourself, Moose, but this is what we learn in life, right? This is why I come in with so much zeal and passion oftentimes, because I know the consequences are great to us as men being emasculated and disempowered within ourselves and within this life. So, again, this is why I don't support the love and light cupcake communities of falsely empowered codependents, because when the fake love stops, that's when the hate comes. And when that happens, that's when the pain comes. And when that happens, a lot of people go on alcohol and drugs and want to kill themselves. So again, you may not understand the method to my madness, but I've been on all sides of it. And that's why I comport myself a lot of times the way I do, because there has to be some stringent standard that we adhere to avoid these consequences taking place. It would seem to me, I can't prove it objectively, but I have a lot of evidence and experience in my life and with other people. So yeah, Moose Creature, I wouldn't beat yourself up over it. If she's still alive and she tried to take a whole bunch of sleeping pills, as it says, I would have the conversation with her about what you know about you and what you've learned about you, and be really real with her and give her the game from a woman's perspective, right? If you could tell your sister, I know what it's like to be an inauthentic corporate beta male coward and constantly project one way or the other. See, this is what men don't realize. You're constantly making the woman around you. If she's not, she has her own disorder and shit, but your energy and your inner space is reflecting off of her. So a lot of these women are in their relationships. They're fearful. They're insecure. They have no honor and trust because the man sitting next to them ain't that. So if you could give her the game that she's got her own shit to work on, and that when she gets with a man, it's going to reflect onto her, and she could start to see the bigger picture, she can open a door to new opportunities and new relationships and new types of men. But she's going to have to become a different type of woman to call that in and attract that in. So, You know, long as we're still here, long as we could still make a movement, it's crazy, it's scary, but we're still here, right? So hopefully with the real conversations and a support system and support group, she could come out of that.
She got
Did
lucky.
you call Mr. Moose? Did you call the Talcott tip line today for your daily
Nah,
advice?
man. But
Okay.
seriously, like she almost lost it, dude. They took her to the hospital. They barely found her, and they had to hold her for 72 hours for her own good, I guess. But even that makes me feel like I failed, because like
Try to
nobody should be
restart
taken
because you
away.
got that thing coming over on your connection, that fucking noise.
I'll be back.
All right. Yeah, man. I mean,
Can't hold
this
yourself
is
accountable.
yeah, you can, but you can't. I mean, it's like it's one of those things where it is and it isn't. It's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I mean,
Which one is it more though? Do you think it's more accountable to hold yourself, or do you think? I mean, I get what
no,
you're
it starts
saying.
with the parents. It starts with the parents. Sino didn't have a father in the house, so that's going to affect him and the sister. You know it. Now, what's the effect?
Right.
Sino's going to take the representation of a man that he didn't get, so he's not going to have that completely, incorporated into his beingness. And the woman is going to search for a man who does not have that completely incorporated in his beingness. So that's why you see him having to struggle with the figuring out what does it mean to be a man, like we all have, right? Because if I was lacking a mother, so I had the other side of things, but I could tell you what it's like to have no divine feminine or no feminine influence in your life and have no emotional love in a sense, right? I'm not telling you that has to be completely out of life. Far from it. I needed love to do what I do. So I needed a feminine energy inside myself and in my life. The problem is you got these folks who went the other way with it, and that's why you see the sister getting overly emotional, taking her life, because she don't have a strong man, I'd bet anything on it, who can give her a logical game, and she didn't get it from her father. So she's trapped in her feelers. This is why I say motherfuckers need a daddy. It's not to shit on them and try to put myself above them. It's because I've accessed the space of being a cosmic father to give them the game they need, like my children, to go in the world and correct themselves and their relationships. It's a bold claim to make, but I'm making it because I've seen it in myself and in my own life, and it fucking works. And it's based on an understanding that's observable. Bro, they all met the other day at We Are Asleep TV, and they just won't do the damn work. Instead of sitting around trauma bonding, they just won't look at how they all started talking about their families and all have the same patterns. I go, when are you guys going to realize you all don't have a man in your life from day one? You don't have a daddy, and you don't have a strong influence, and that's why you have the emotional feeler space that you do now and the attachment styles you do. The reason I don't have that is because I had the opposite. I had all strong men in my life, movers and shakers in a sense, still slaves and cowards in their own right, but I didn't have the mama and I didn't have the feminine influence. So we're here to meet in the middle is the point. When you got somebody who you call toxic masculine, all right, whatever, I'll give it to you. I don't agree, but I'll give it to you for argument's sake. You got someone who's toxic masculine like myself and someone who's toxic feminine bitch like yourself. We're probably here to become a little bit more like each other and meet in the middle. Why is it you can't do that process with me? Why do you rebuke the masculine energy? Why do you sit in your feelers all day trauma bonding with other folks who have the same patterns and history you do and not look at that and wonder why you're all together and detract it from others who haven't lived that walk? You're in a divisive state and you call it love and light. I call it division between the masculine and feminine.
I agree. And it's like bringing it right back to Aaron. Last night. It's the same thing. Going off, hanging around with Jack and with the, and endearing to him and supporting the same type of inconsistencies that he shows himself when he goes off and starts doing his shtick and saying, "Oh, life is good." Yeah, okay, you're fine, but why are you not living the words that you say? I mean, you can go out and say these things, but why are you not on the ground living what you're telling other people to do?
And that's the thing, and that's when you see this. That's when you see this false empowerment sort of overdrive mechanism, because again, There's masculine, feminine, left, right, positive, negative energy. You have to complete the circuit. The powerful masculine influence is the grounding influence, right? It's what allows us to work in the body and have an action space. It's a masculine principle.
Well,
if you don't have that equality in the system's dynamics, you're not going to ever produce in your body and in the world the actions that you desire or are necessary. And that's why you have all these folks constantly in a metaversal, metaphysical realm, constantly yammering, constantly feeling, but ask them what they're doing and creating on the ground. So they're caught up on the feminine side of things. You got to bring that down into the world and ground it and do something with it.
And let's be real, OTW. Some of these people are straight just about the YouTube, the views, the subs.
That's it.
The comments, you know.
The
They get
money.
addicted to
Let's
their
get
comments.
real, bro. They
Money.
see me fucking getting contributions daily for a year and a half, and their fucking mouths are watering. They literally just woke up 2 weeks ago, and said, guys, there's financial opportunities on here. Right, because you've been watching your fucking daddy do what he does and changing lives on some level. And yeah, they're giving value. So when you do that, you'll get that.
What I want to point out real fast is how fast these people got a little taste of a little tiny bit of money, and they changed. They completely changed.
I've turned money down to keep my mission. You know, I've
I know,
lost
but
money. In fact, you when you actually go on the right path, and I think Paul said this before, he's lost deals, lost money, and I could relate on that whole ordeal. And that's talking from being up to where I was to now. And like I said, most of these motherfuckers, not even you, OTW, you haven't surpassed where I've
Dude,
been.
I had a motherfucker give me $100 a week at one point, and one time he sent me an email, says, "Oh look, man, you're hanging with Paul, you're aligning yourself with him. I can't support you anymore." So fuck that. I didn't stop.
Yeah, no, that's good. No,
doing what I had
people are
to
put to
do
the test where their
because some
loyalty
guy
is.
was giving me $100 a week. It's like you're not going to control me with your money. You know what
I
I'm saying?
guarantee
It's
if it was flow state, he would sell out. He would do whatever to keep that $100 keep coming in.
Because he's a reprobate. See, that's the thing about having a drug history that it was supposed to learn everybody that it wasn't about all this other shit. If it comes, cool, but you don't chase it because, like I said, I've ran through hundreds of thousands at one point selling dope and reusing the fucking dope. You know, like when I sat there one day and calculated after I was off the shit how much money I ran through selling dope and then reusing it all and it all going back into because I got addicted to it. Right. And that's usually what happens to folks who sell drugs. They start fucking with their own product and it all goes downhill. Right. Or they start selling it because they're on the product. Even worse. But yeah, man, I ran through hundreds of thousands between fucking burning bridges and making enemies and tricking it off and fucking it off in the streets when I was broken. So at this point, man, I'm way ahead of the game. You know, I don't sit there chasing and lusting for more.
even worse than that is even if you don't consume it, right? If you're working for them and you're selling that shit and you're not consuming it and you're actually making money, well, they'll end up fucking sending goons your way to fucking take you down and discourage you from continuing because the boss don't want you to make any money. He wants you to put the money back into his pocket. So he's going to make sure that that's going to be the case or you're out. And he's going to make sure you're going to want to leave because he's going to send the goons to fuck you up.
That's
so don't
right.
try and make any
OTW,
money and try to be better than the boss because the boss, he doesn't want you to make money. He just wants you to put the money back into his pocket. So he's going to hire the guys that are going to fucking consume the fucking shit. But he knows that they're going to come back because, they're going to want more and they're going to want to make more money. And he knows that these types of individuals are going to be motivated by the drug itself.
I gotta just point this out too. I mean, I've tested you more than any other person on here, and I'm actually surprised because I bet against you. I bet that you were gonna break bad. I tested Benton. I tested Talcott. You are one of the only people that actually stood your ground. You kept doing your thing, and then when Ian came and told you what he told you, you were just like, dude, this is what it is. You either see the truth, you see what we're doing here, you see the program, or you don't. You're either part of the program or you're not. Like
Ian China got involved on purpose, though. He could have came in and not been part of anything. That motherfucker, clown ass, fucking came in with a agenda to go after everyone.
Eon is never going to be able to walk his own way in his own path with 500 or 1,000 other motherfuckers clamoring around him. He ain't got the heart and the balls to do it. So even if dude, part of him wants to fuck with me and be with me. I've seen it. He did it in the beginning. He's like, I actually want to talk with you. And then they got in his ear and he decided he can't deal with me because his whole community goes into an uproar. His non-community online goes into an uproar when he fucks with me. They won't let him do it.
Did you guys not see what I posted recently on Flo and Ian and the Granny Pain? I literally was the only one standing up, and I'm not going to say religious or not because I'm not going to push religion on people, but I was literally standing up for God and Jesus saying, you saying you're Christian, blah, 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 Cynthia, blah, blah, but you're sitting here next to Flow State as he's denying your God, and everyone's just laughing.
Why are you, why have we still not accepted that these are worldly reprobate infidels who, again, it's not like the rest of us walk the way completely, consistently perfect, but these folks don't even have a desire to walk in the way or to get true power or to be about truth and honor. They don't even have the desire. They just want to be liked and accepted, get attention, make money, and feel like they've arrived. That's all it is. It's an ego trip for them. They're not interested in the sacrifice and the consequences. This is why I say you shit on me for a modicum of power, success, or money. It's like a minimal compared to all the other devilish shit going on out there. And you want to destroy that and take that while you get to it in a whole different way than how I got to it. It's never going to happen. And it's not supposed to be meant to happen because the universe has a law.
Exactly. I got to be honest, though. I think Moose is right, OTW, because I was watching how you would react with Ian, and you didn't switch it up.
Of course not. Why would I?
Well,
hey, one more thing about Ian, real fast. So last night, Ian went up there, and nobody had the balls to ask him because he said, "Oh, Jack's doing great. Jack's doing amazing. I'm really loving Jack and stuff like that, right?" But he never said one thing about what Jack had said. He never articulated a thing. He just went up there, cupcaked it, and left. Like nobody asked
and gave him
like,
$11
what about it?
And gave him $11. So now again, it's all lobbying like they do in politics. They're all just like their masters. Hey, give $11. The community notices because Eon is short on views lately. If anyone hasn't noticed, that's why you can't take 7 fucking months off from your non-community because half of them will leave.
Why do you think
they may
he's
not
trying to
come
get on
back.
the old snafu fucking clout right now?
You just made. What about the fact that why didn't he come back on his own channel? Why did he make the comeback here?
Because he's light on energy, attention, conversation, and views. They need something to keep all of them in the conversation and relevant, or people will leave.
It's called clout, OTW. Why do you think he's on the old snafu? The old Snap. Why did he post a video on Snafu? Trying to get on that clout. He's always been trying to get on that clout ever since
he just put a poll up yesterday. These guys reveal themselves like every other 3 seconds. He put up a poll yesterday saying, "What should my next broadcast be? More gossip and drama, hunting down other people on other channels, or Mandela effect?" That's it. That's the 2 things he's got. He admits. What do you want, audience? Us to attack Paulie Boy and the truth community again, quote unquote, in quotes, truth community, or talk about the Mandela effect? I mean, I'd show you my dick. That would be number 3, but I don't have one. That was also on the poll, Ian said. He said number 3 is I'd show you my dick and balls, but I don't have any. So just pick from 1 and 2.
He's gone straight back
drama
to
or talk from our feelers about a timeline that we can't change. Great job.
Yeah, nothing's changed. He's gone back to Ian China, dude. He went, but I do say what Moose was saying because I ain't gonna lie. I kind of put my money thinking you were gonna break bad too, OTW. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, think about it. The first one was Zetetic Warrior. Then it was who else tried to do it to me? Somebody else came up there. Anyway, I can't remember.
And fucking Chuck went off on him yesterday. They're starting to all get it. The best part is the more I stay away and I don't get to be the enemy that they all get to rally around to justify their being there, the more they all just start to see what it's all about. So Chuck's been over there for months giving him money. I go, Chuck, not for nothing, whether you like me or not. Why are you giving your hard-earned money to this fucking commie piece of trash when you got a sick wife? Chuck ain't no fucking rich man. You know, forgive me if I'm saying something out of sorts, but I've seen, you know, his living conditions like all of us. None of us here are fucking wealthy or rich. This guy's in a fucking house he don't even pay for in front of a motherfucking fireplace with new button-down shirts and no job and no money. And he's got the balls to beg Chuck for money when his wife is in the fucking sick in the bed. I mean, this is what's amazing. The same guy who says he wants to end fiat is going to take Chuck's fucking money for him and his sick wife and then say, I'm a shaitan, I'm an evil bad man, and I'm looking for power and fame. It's amazing. Getting mods in there to fuck up your whole channel just to beg for money for you. You're a fucking pathetic. You're all pathetic embarrassments. One day it's going to click what daddy's been saying for years at this point, like it does with our own father. One day it's going to click and they're going to go, holy shit, what have I like been missing and been a part of?
Thanks, Jimmy. You've been great.
Well, like I said, dude, I know stories, dude, from combat veterans on record that have told me that about Ian and fucking sniffing fucking gasoline and shit and fucking like straight up and these are people from back in the day, and if you look at how drugged up he looks right now in his dark little fucking hole acting like a little Chinaman. I mean, again, this motherfucker's been around when I talk about pogo optics, and Ian knows exactly what I'm saying, so it's just
so now you're telling me you got firsthand evidence that Ian was huffing gas?
Dude, combat veterans told me about this shit. I take their word 100%, like whether they're veterans or not. But like they've had issues with Ian years ago. Ian's linked to some shit with, as you know, the demon motherfuckers out there, the anti-God motherfuckers, the beast system motherfuckers. You know it.
I mean, not for nothing, man. When you look at some of these people, you know that they've burned out their limbic system. I believe it is. You know that a lot of them, and that's why I fucking every day I wake up, I almost in like indirectly, if not directly, thank God or this universe or luck, however it is that I've done all that I've done and turned out as sharp as I am. Right, I'm as sharp as a tack still, and I pretty much done it all. I never huff gas. That's one thing amazing. I've shot everything under the sun, but I've never huffed gas, probably because I knew it would make me retarded.
Hey, I met this African guy. I met this African guy, Paul.
Stop talking over him, damn it.
He was an exchange student, and I was like, "You want to smoke some weed or something?" And he's like, "Yeah, you got any gasoline?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" and he was serious, dude. And he was like staying at the college, like in the dorm. So like, but he is straight from Africa. And like, we were like, nah, dude. Like, and he literally was like, did not want to smoke it without gasoline on that motherfucker. And we're like, what? He's like, yes, this is how we get high. To little tobacco,
well, like I weed, said, man, I smoke fucking PCP for every day, all day for fucking months and years at one point. I was so infatuated with that chemical and what it would do. But yeah, man, I mean, listen, for everything I've been through, I got to thank God that I'm at least as sharp as I am. I'm sure there's been some, consequences from it, but a lot less than I would have expected coming out of all of it. So
that's good.
But yeah, man, I think part of it too is Ian won't cop to it, but we all heard the broadcast when he said him and everyone else over there was talking with dark entities, saying that shadow figures show up at the side of their beds and shit like that. Bro, I've done everything under the sun, and I've never had no shadow figures dealing with me. So you guys are on some other kind of time, I suspect.
And he knows who I'm talking about when I say combat vets have told me, and that combat vet has put on the record, like on my channel and others, the sniffing gas thing, the drug use. Ian, you already know what's up.
You're really fucked up if you're huffing gas, man. Like, you're broke and you don't give a fuck about how this is going to turn out if you're at that point.
Yeah, usually the people that are huffing gas or huffing nitrous and stuff are the ones that are like, they can't afford a real drug, I guess. I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's the point. Like, you're really broke and have no friends. Like, you can't argue that. Like, heroin, you got to have connections. You know, you got to like have some money. You got to have something going on to keep a heroin habit going. I mean, huffing gas is like, you come up with 30 cents, you get yourself a small 1 ouncer. You know, right from the pump, you're good to go. I mean, yes, that you're really fucked up when you're at that point. I argue huffing gas is beyond shooting dope, smoking crack even. That's the last stage before you're ready to just hang it all up.
Well, Ian was doing a lot of mushrooms before he disappeared from the scene. Because I had communications with him, and I guess his mom or whoever he had known out there in California, he's getting all these little capsules of psilocybin extract, and he was having a grand old time with that, it seemed. Yeah, so just some food for thought there. With, you know,
Yeah, that's the thing, man. I come out of a pretty normal, well, I guess compared to what we're talking about, a fairly normal looking, seeming household had it not been for my mother having a stroke when I was born, right? My mother and father weren't really, you know, druggies. So yeah, I mean, you know, these people come out of broken households where the parents are on drugs. They got no daddy and no strong influence around the house to tell them, you're a fucking loser, failure, bum. Look how you're living. Get your shit together. You know, it's not nice. Doesn't feel good if it happens, but you kind of need that. You know, looking back on it, I kind of needed my father at times to put a foot in my ass. Tell me, what the fuck are you doing, bro? You know, without that, you just got a mama sitting there telling you, I love you. Everything's okay. You could do whatever you want and I'm going to love you. That's not the move. You know, loving you has nothing to do with you being productive, competent, and capable. And that's what it takes to be a man to get respect in this realm.
salutes to that. World
Brian
famous
O'Shea.
Brian O'Shea.
The Brian famous.
That's why I can never believe when Chuck and the rest of these people donate to these scum. I go, don't you guys come from the real America where people had a work ethic and used objective logic and really had a vision and hit goals and maybe work 10, 20 years just to be self-sustainable and sufficient? Hello? You're feeding back. So, yeah, I go, what the fuck is with you people supporting these commie, druggy scum? This is coming from a heroin addict, ex-heroin addict. I go, you're sitting here supporting these in their feelers, commie, druggy scum who say they all want entitlement trophies to sit around with each other and feel and do nothing and expect to get somewhere in this life. It's fucking laughable.
And it's not even druggy scum. Well, you said scummy. Yeah, fraudulent, fucking, and in their face.
I'm talking about the idea of drugs being used as a tool is one thing, and good luck finding somebody who ain't addictive and ain't going to take it and run with it at some point and make it into a problem. But you find a motherfucker who's responsible and accountable and they want to use a little bit of something here and there sparingly as a tool to change their consciousness and learn, that's one thing. These are folks who their whole fucking life is about sitting in a dark hole with flashing lights, taking a bunch of drugs and pretending like they're united with God while they don't do nothing to change their life in the world. It's laughable.
I'm gonna
It's
be on record
pathetic
and
and
say I agree.
embarrassing.
I'm going to say I agree with that because I don't have a problem with people experimenting. There is a difference between abusement and being addicted versus like experimentation or journey.
Did you
path,
just
like,
make up another word,
I
abusement?
was just about to say,
abusement.
Paul.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Put
I'm
it
a
on the
victim,
list.
Paul. Lately, I've been abusement, and I've been
That's
like
the thing. You're
victimized.
stuttering because you're traumatized. I've been watching.
I know that-
Everywhere
I know.
Snafu's been going, he's been being abused, bullied. He was accused of raping the other day. It's horrific
I
what's
got
been going
raped
on this
hard like a
metaverse.
goat. I got raped
Now the
like a
man's
goat.
making
Paul.
up words again. He's so anxious and fearful for his life.
My safe spaces
Abusement.
are fucking dwindling. That's all I
The
gotta say.
abusement on here has to stop. Not only of Snafu, but of all of us brothers and sisters.
You missed it
Go
though.
ahead.
You missed it, Paul. Bex actually fucking called the granny panties Me Too hose. Well, she didn't say hose, but she went
Right,
there.
I'm
and
sick of
questioned
you
it.
motherfuckers who don't have that power and that walk in you trying to get favor online. Tell them all to suck your dick and clit in public like I do. And it's a little bit of macking and pimping. I don't really necessarily talk like that in my day-to-day life. I'd probably tell you, go away from me. I never knew you. But when I get on here, I bring out a little bit of East Coast flair, a little bit of ghettoization and abusement, as Snafu Snap says.
Abusement. Don't abusement me anymore, please. Thank you. My safe space is back.
Right. That comes from the times me riding around with gang members and them just shooting straight with everybody. Shut the fuck up. Get out of my face. Go deal with your triggers and feelers, or I'm going to deal with triggers and feelers. And everybody seems to get the point somehow or another. Do I support even that way of living? No, I don't. But it taught me something because I've come from the suburbs with a bunch of fake ass love and light folks. And I've been around straight up killers and gang members who tell you exactly where they're going and what they're going to do and how it's going to happen. So we can find a middle ground. I would think that's all of life experience are really supposed to be about. It's light and dark, opposing mirrorings, so we can find the gray area, the middle ground, walk the Dow. Tell me about all this love and light after you finished a hard day's work where you left it all on the field. I don't want to hear about it. Easy to sit around and talk love and light when you ain't tested, challenged, have no consequence, no sacrifice, and ain't working on nothing and ain't creating no vision. If you were doing that, you wouldn't have 6 to 8 hours a day to sit around pumping yourselves up with false love and light. You'd have purpose and fulfillment in your life. You wouldn't need that fake ass shit.
Papa Loogie.
Timmer. There you go. That's the speed of this metaverse. What
That
your boy
was funny
TDE was
last
doing
night.
last night.
Yeah, he kept saying that out of nowhere.
I messaged
He
TB
was gone.
and fucking EBT. I messaged them both again because I'm like begging someone on here who has the least amount of talent to like grab their balls and really like nut up and find some confidence and start becoming a fucking broadcaster with me. Because maybe if I throw TB in the mix and an EBT and we really start working the religious angle, working the politics and the breaking news, working a little bit of the asylum panel, I think it could go somewhere more than where it's gone for all of us individually. But can they get it done? Time will tell. Because they all have to be drunk. It all has to be in the middle of the night because they slave all fucking day. I mean, you know, they slave all day and drink all night. So they can't pursue their passion and their purpose. I don't have that problem at this time, you know, and they don't seem to see the value in actually putting their heart into something they all do every day and actually excelling and becoming competent. Why? I have no idea. Why they would want to continue to slave all day for someone else's vision instead of make a living broadcasting when they're fucking on here every day anyway is beyond me.
Are you looking for a producer?
I'm not looking for anything. I'm open to everything, but I'm not looking for anything. Same thing with women. They don't seem to understand. I'm open to everything, but I'm not looking for anything.
Hey, did anybody catch last night how Scotty 2B was actually throwing down some really good tips and advice for Jack about how he can make some money? Because people would buy the T-shirts and stuff. I know you don't want to sell T-shirts, but even Jack, I mean, he's like down on his luck. He wants money, right? And then he got so pissed off and just tossed them out.
Moose, you have a demon in your mic.
Again, hold on, be right back.
You're saying he wants money, he's down on his luck, but that's not what he's manifesting. He doesn't have the balls to be real with himself and others and say and align with the idea that he's down on his luck and wants to create a living for himself. He's too proud and self-righteous to cop to it, even though it's obvious. if he was in alignment with that reality and accepted it, he would generate that.
And the
Right?
reason I could say that is because I did the same thing. I said, "Oh, I don't want people to subscribe to me. I don't want money. I don't want nothing. I don't want anything." And you know what?
Because you
It's
got
all a
low
lie.
self-worth and self-esteem and self-value just like him while masquerading to be a Christed being and a life coach. It's laughable. You really knew in your core, your beingness, that you were doing and or living and or giving something that was invaluable. You would have no qualms with folks giving value back. How do I know? Because I look inside of me and I've been on an authentic journey where I started off being too self-righteous to take anything while I was putting all my fucking time, energy, attention in. So I'm verifying to the universe, I must believe that my time, energy, attention is not worth anything.
Yeah, and that's something that I
Or-
came to a realization of as well.
Or that your time, energy, attention, the way you put it, is only worth money.
No, it's valuable. It
Right,
relates
and- but-
not just
but
to
we-
money, but it relates to time, energy, attention that you give to other people.
Right, but a lot of times
Right,
we
it's the
look-
metaphysical realm. I come on every day going, I am the value, and I'm going to bring value to myself, if nothing else, and probably others, because self is self. So by virtue of that state of consciousness, I generate value regularly because I
that could
accept
be-
what is.
That can be abused too, because look at people like Wes Watson who says, "Oh, just for fucking
He
a
sets
minute."
a price.
20
I don't set a price. That's why I
Right,
stay
exactly.
away from setting prices, because it allows the what's meant for me and the value that's meant for me that I'm in alignment with to come forth. And as
Right,
time
you do
goes
it
on, that will
authentically and
grow.
allow the donations to come in.
But if
I'm saying it
people
can be
want it,
abused because I think people like Wes
wanna
Watson are
give,
just scumbag
that's
Wes
grifters.
Wes Watson doesn't do 3 to 4 hour broadcasts a day. He does 10-minute videos every 3 days and uses that to promote his life coaching, gym membership, lifestyle, and career. Right? Just like he said to me, "How are we going to get your life coaching business started?" I said, "We're not. I could do that on my own. Fuck slave. You think I need you to start a life coaching business?" I had 10 people reach out to me this month. "Do you do private consultations?" The problem is they don't listen, so we never get there, half of them. Because I say, "I'll do anything that you need. Send me an email." Don't get the email. You think I'm going to chase you around for a bag because you need help? So, again, when you understand what your value is and you give that away freely, you understand it comes back to you because it's value for value. Most folks want to be equitable or equitous, I want to believe. They just don't know how. They're not used to it. It's the same way you'll have the same 150 people come every day, and guess how many of them contribute value, although all of them get value every day? Probably 5 to 10. So out of 150, you have 5 to 10 people who really understand equity and value and energy exchange and why we're enslaved. Because if you don't give value and support what you see value in, guess where it's going to go? Right. And that's why we have slavery and genocide.
Right. And some people aren't just willing to click the link and come up here and give that type of value on a panel. So they have different ways of showing their appreciation of the value that they get.
They also are
give
so
it back
stupid
in
and
the form of
disempowered. They don't
currency.
understand. Like when I go to other channels who hate me and I give them $2 or $4, I'm doing that for me, regardless of the message I'm doing to fuck with them and everyone else. I'm giving value so it returns. When I give value to folks who are hating on me, I secured myself metaphysically. I go, "You're going to hate on me and do a bitch made panel and not keep me up there? Great. Watch me send you $2 and watch it come back to me 10-fold, 100-fold. Because I'm proving that I don't live in hate. I live in love. I freely give away what it is that I have, at least on some level. I'm verifying to the universe that I'm above and beyond the influence of the rest of you. They go, "Look at him. He's triggering. Look at him." No, I'm literally doing that for me. The more I give out different places, the more I find returns back to me, especially when I give with the proper intention.
Hey, notice Liberator with Self, the boob eating granny panty? Like literally we got footage of her eating her own boob lint, but look what she said to you, Paul. You have no
I really
idea
don't
what
care
conscious-
because see, you got Shively down there and others who regularly give with the right intention and they find it comes back to them
Well, I know, but how
tenfold,
could
just
you
like the
say that
scripture says.
statement?
So dude, you don't get
statement
it.
she
We're
made said you have
generating
no
our own
conscience.
reality at this point, and we're leaving the slave system one at a time from the inside out. I don't give a fuck what these other cretins choose for themselves day after day. Have it,
How
and
can,
you
how
like
can
it, I
someone have
love
no
it.
conscious though? A consciousness of themselves. Even the worst of worst have a consciousness of themselves. That was the dumbest statement I've heard. That's all I was saying. Like, I mean, whether it's
That's
Paul or
fine if
fucking
they all
anyone.
want to continue to make me out to be the bad, evil man with their words and feelers. Do it. They have no actual on the ground evidence or facts of me being a bad, horrible, wrong man. They're convicting themselves on record with that force. Keep shitting on my name. Keep trying to malign me. Keep projecting onto me. You're only convicting yourselves individually with that force, whether you know it or not. Doesn't do a motherfucking thing to me. The creational force knows my heart, my intention, my actions, my results, and that's why I'm favored and blessed at this point. It could all go away tomorrow if I change that. The same goes for anyone else here.
Yeah, so like that's the time where you actually speak up, Snaps. You know, you've been talking over everyone, and you finally have an
All
opening.
right, hold on. Let me do it. The optics are high.
Literally, that's it. Like everybody goes silent. You get on stage. You got as much time as you want, and the lights go on, and you just stand there and say the optics are high.
Yeah. It's a time to produce, Mr. Moose. You got O'Shea and Papa Loogie here. You got things to work with. Start cooking.
All right,
You
so
wanna
it's a
watch
great
that
time to go
Mandela effect video?
to segue over to something more interesting than the silence. I mean, you know, like let's go directly to this. A word from our sponsors.
I just realized the time, man. I gotta prepare OTW, so I'm gonna play the background.
All right.
Hey,
I got
OTW,
no
you have no
sound on my
sound.
end, Poppy.
I don't have any sound.
Yeah,
No,
I don't
mine.
hear it.
Okay, hold on a sec. That's strange.
I'm surprised you didn't pipe up, Mr. Producer Moose. Helping him produce.
All right. Let's
How's
see.
my
Maybe
audio,
something happened.
Snafu?
I'll share that again.
How's my audio, OTW?
You're coming in pretty good.
That's what she said.
OTW has the fucking.
How's the sound now?
This is what democracy looks like. If folks are ever wondering why we're enslaved and run by policy, statute, code, and various misleaders, get a good look at the metaverse, what goes on these panels from time to time. They know they don't care about words, terms, and symbols. They know they don't care about etymology. They freely admit it. They're so mind and heart controlled, they're going to follow policy and false authority to their bitter end. And no matter how much I try to get them to refocus and recenter and research, the word is research, who and what you are and what this all means, I can't get them to do it. They'd rather argue with me over running stop signs and what that means. It's the loss, injury, and harm we got an issue with. It's not the damn sign. These people never saw a sign they didn't want to follow. They never saw, an idol or a misleader they didn't want to listen to and follow. I'm pretty much done with it all, as I have been for a while. So yeah, when I come anywhere, like it's all love at the end of the day, but when we have the back and forth, I'm going to turn up on you. I'm going to hold your feet to the fire, and I'm going to question you, hold you accountable, and I'm going to define the words and terms and put it in your face. And if you want to argue with me, I'm going to call you a bitch-ass motherfucker, like the intro said. It is what it is. You guys don't understand why I do what I do. I don't give a fuck what happens. Don't you get it? I'm not like you. I don't give a fuck what happens. I can't. I care, but I can't give a fuck. Because if I do, it'll allow the powers that shouldn't be that we've given our power away to take me down from the inside out. See? I don't care that you don't understand the words and terms and etymologies and symbols. It's all there. Even if it wasn't there, I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. Okay? You didn't grow up like me. I was from a broken home. I grew up in a broken cultural divide, I guess you could say. You know, of suburban white people and urban African Americans and Latinos, right below the poverty line. So, coming from a broken home and being a broken person and being around a whole bunch of other folks who culturally had some differences, we'll say, I lived my whole life expecting to die or go to prison. So the fact that I'm still here talking, especially after everything thus far, there's so many things that have happened. I don't get into it. You don't need to know every piece of my fucking life story. You may not want to know. It may not be necessary. Maybe it is necessary. Maybe that's part of the problem. You don't truly understand me and you think you do. My whole upbringing, I was expecting to die or go to prison. I just didn't know what the circumstances were going to be. If we don't move into this space and truly understand who and what we are and what our rights and freedoms are worth, which is dying for going to a box, we're not going to have them. Worse than that, we're going to be diseased. We're not going to have peace. We're not going to have inspiration. We're not going to have true faith. We're not going to have empowerment. We're not going to have resources. You have to draw the line of distinction, and you have to move into that if you want the things that we say we want. There's going to be no other mechanism to get it. If I have to die or go to prison doing what's true or what's right, I'm so way ahead of the game at this point. Yeah, there's only two things that you could do to stop me now, and you can't even do that indefinitely. You got to put me in a box forever. You got to kill me. If you put me in a box, you're going to have to let me out at some point because I haven't killed nobody and I'm not doing anything. And if you're going to do it, you got to be completely corrupt, and I don't put it past you. But if you put me in there, you got to keep me forever. And you still aren't going to know what to do with me because I'm going to raise the roof on wherever you put me. Just the way that I am. You know it and I know it. I don't even have to get uppity to do it. Energetically, I'm going to raise the roof on that institution. When I go to these places, they go, get this motherfucker out of here. Energetically, we do not need him here. You go in there, it's like the pit of hell. It's like death warmed over. You know, I come in there, I bring such a light and such information and understanding and such care that it just flips it on its head. They say, get him out of here. It's bad for business.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that'll cue us for the remaining part of the show, which is the outro. Ladies and gentlemen, so let me start the outro music. We have another 9 minutes before we decide to end this. So any last words you guys like to share with the audience before we head on over to Mr. Paul Unslave later on today? Proper instruction motivates people. Be sure to go like, share, and subscribe over there if you want some good game. Go ahead, guys.
I see Bintard's in your chat. I think he should come up here and tell us about his little Me Too meetings he's holding lately. I know you're holding some weaponized feminist Me Too bullshit meetings, Bintard. That's some cupcake on your icing. That's the truth, yo.
Snafu, did you have a mommy?
Louis
Yes,
Booby.
no? Did you have a mom?
My mama,
Did you have a mom? Bro, did you have a mom?
I had a few mommies.
Oh, so you didn't have a mom. Did you have a daddy? Father?
Yeah. Daddy, yeah. We all have a daddy, right?
Still alive? No, but where is he in your life?
Yeah. No.
He was?
Maybe so.
No?
Yeah.
Maybe, no?
I don't know. Why are you asking these questions? You want to hug me?
I want to understand you better. I want to comprehend what's going on.
Okay. I have a family.
You had a family?
The work I do, I seem to think don't exist, but it's truly a digital experience. You know, Snafu's been right more than wrong lately. I tend to not talk about my family and things as much as possible, you know, to an extent, because the threats are real by these fucktard weaponist fucktards.
Who the fuck
Pogo,
is gonna come after you, Snafu? Be real. Who's coming after you?
Oh, dude, it's real.
Bro, I think the
criminals,
I think
fraud,
the people that run this.
If you want to come join the foxhole, I'll bring you. Hey, Papa Loogie, I'll bring you in the foxhole. If you want to? You'll see how real it can get.
The people that run this,
whether you know it or not.
The people that run this game, they count on people like you. They need people like you.
Nope.
All right, take care. Thanks,
They need
OTW.
people like you. They need people like you who are ignorant to the fact of their crimes. That are ignorant to the fact of the digital experience going on. That is ignorant. You want to talk about the governments and Canada and USA and this, that.
No,
but you
no,
can't
I
talk about the platform you're addicted to
I don't
every
want to
day.
talk about them. I know about them, but I don't want to talk about them.
And frauds. It's very scamulant and ignorant. And I feel you're abusing me and sexually assaulting me, and I feel you're fucking. I feel you, and it's unsafe right now, dude.
Yes.
I'm feeling safe, motherfucker.
I have my finger in your metaversal ass. Take it easy, guys.
That's not. We could get a little safer. I feel compromised.
Here, hold on.
Lou, get out of my safe space.
Which one? Which one are you into, Snafu? Snafu, which one are you into?
Lou!
Come on, give me full screen, OTW, full screen. Which one do you want, OTW? You want this one? I mean, Snafu, you want this one?
Are you gonna chain me to a wall or hold me down? I gotta figure which way is the best angle.
Oh, I want this one. You want this one?
Oh my god. See, you're fucking sexually assaulting me, and I feel fucking abused, and you're big and hairy, and you're mean, and you're happy. I really feel, like, confused.
Bye.
Fuck you, Lou.
Say thank you everybody who came out today. If you'd like to support the broadcast, there is a coffee link down there, and as well as that, there's also the Proper Instruction Motivates People coming up. If you want to be instructed, you want to be motivated, that's where you want to go. I'd like to thank Patrick and Paul for this amazing broadcast, and the truth will set you free.